Hello bandits, welcome back, welcome here. I am going to turn that music down because the jazz is a little loud at the moment. There is a lot of jazz here. If you're not prepared for jazz, you're going to have to go somewhere else, I'm afraid. Hello all, lovely to see you chatting. Hello Praggers, Edgehead, Donkey, Flamingo, Scottish Cynical Nerd. We love a cynical nerd, especially a Scottish one. This is Ankh-Morpork. We are back in the Discworld. I've been really looking forward to this. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore Broken Sword. Broken Sword is brilliant, it's a wonderful game. I will not hear anybody badmouth it. Good evening, Praggers. But this is the Cafe Ankh. Well, I'm not there just yet. We're cycling on the menu screen. Oh, by the way, if you're new here, we play on a PlayStation 1. PS1 console, direct from the PS1 console using a PS1 disc, using the magic of the internet. And then we're up with you. So, things are a little... Rune, I cannot believe you're awake. I genuinely cannot believe you're awake at 4:30, but thank you for being here. So yeah, if you see me taking a while to get to things, it's because I don't have a mouse. I have a PS1 controller. And yeah, we're starting a brand new game. Now, I haven't played this in maybe 20 years, maybe a little bit longer. But it is brilliant. It is such a good game. There are twists. Obviously, I'm not going to say what it is. Spoilers, sweetie. I love the hard-baked monologue. We're going to get into it. There's going to be a video clip. Well, there should be a video clip first. So I'm gonna shut up for a bit, maybe. And oh, sorry. It's taking us off. 11 p.m. Wow. That is early. That's very early for me, 11 p.m. I'm usually in bed like 1 or 2 o'clock. But we're trying to get earlier nights. Right, we're going in. I really hope that you love it as much as I do, because I remember adoring this game. The visuals aren't as good as the other Discworld games, but the actual gameplay and the mechanics are brilliant. Here we go. We're on. It's the moon. Ominous. So this is Detective Luton. There isn't actually any dialogue, so I am just going to talk to you about it. So Luton here, formerly of the Ankh-Morpork City Watch. If you're a Discworld fan, you'll know what that is. If you're not, imagine fantasy British city, biggest city, like fantasy London in the 1800s. And the Ankh-Morpork City Watch is the town guard, essentially. They are a police force, or certainly moving into one. Luton was kicked out for taking a bribe and is now set up shop as Ankh-Morpork and the Disc's first private investigator. So we will be seeing some watch characters. There are some book favourites in here. There are also a lot of new characters, and obviously Luton's a new character himself. I absolutely adore it. And we just got a knife in the gut. And that is an awful lot of blood coming from one man. What an intro. Yeah, if you don't like jazz, if you don't like film noir, this might not be for you, but I'm a big Humphrey Bogart fan. I'm a huge Humphrey Bogart fan, and this is that mixed with Pratchett in a video game. Mwah!
I've had some bad days since I started work as a private investigator, but I'd never woken up dead before. It all started the week before, on a cold and wet October day in Ankh-Morpork, the oldest and most depraved of all the cities on the Discworld. But hey, you've got to love it.
Is that Rob Brydon? I swear that's Rob Brydon.
I've been working as a PI for a little over a month. And
oh yes, sorry.
Hiring an investigator.
I haven't been keeping up with the chat. I do apologise. I was too engrossed.
The amount of trust in Ankh-Morpork wouldn't fill a cup. And it's a small cup I'm talking about. Sure, people trust that you don't get on the wrong side of the patrician. People trust that you don't walk into the shades alone.
I love Rob Brydon.
People trust that the Assassin's Guild will fulfill their contracts or double your money back. Yeah, people even trust death. Just don't ask them to trust their mothers.
You wouldn't trust Death much after he'd abandoned you in Discworld 2, Missing Presumed. He does, yeah, he's very noticeable, is Rob Brydon. If you tried to put a link, Praggers, sorry, it blocks it, and I have no way somehow of stopping that. I don't understand Twitch, I'm sorry.
I expected someone more heroic.
Heroism costs extra. What can I do for you, Miss...
Mrs. Actually.
Oh,
and the
I was pretty sure. I was pretty sure.
Okay, Mrs. Actually. Carlotta.
You don't know who Rob Brydon is?
What's a girl like you doing out in a night like
We'll cover it in a bit more detail.
I want to hire you, Mr. Luton.
Please, call me Luton. Mr. sounds so formal.
How much do you charge for a simple investigation?
I don't know. I've never had a simple investigation.
Let me know if you can't hear it, okay?
20 a day.
I'll give you 200 in advance, plus expenses.
For 200, I guess I should treat you with some respect.
Oh, I wouldn't ask a guy like you to attempt the impossible.
What's the case?
I want you to find a man named Mundy.
Mundy, that was it.
Why do you want to find Mundy?
Do you know him?
No.
I think he's a dwarf.
This case will go a lot faster if you let me ask the questions.
You like to be in control, don't you, Luton?
If you don't pull the strings, then you're the puppet. Tell me about you and Mundy.
It's fine.
I've been a lonely woman, Luton.
You amaze me.
You'd be surprised.
Shocked, maybe, but not surprised.
Mundy is my lover, Luton. Or used to be. He's been away for a while, over in Sort. He came back to Ankh-Morpork a couple of days ago on the Milka. But he didn't come
Scottish.
To see me.
Is it working okay for other people? I hope it's working okay. I'm hardwired.
Actually, I was
Thank you for being here as well,
going
Scottish.
to give me the money.
My husband passed away several years ago.
I hope the poor guy
maybe,
was smiling at the time.
Maybe a refresh of the page or the app, Scottish.
He's got blue eyes,
and
brown
fingers
hair,
crossed.
and a black heart. You'd like him.
Has he got any friends in Ankh-Morpork?
Does anyone?
Other voices.
How tall is he?
I don't know. I don't picture him standing up.
What was Mundy's business in Sort?
I don't know. I never asked about his work, and he never told me.
Must be a very straightforward relationship.
As simple as they come.
Don't get any credits.
Where can I find the ship he came in on?
Down at the wharf.
Have you been there yourself?
I avoid places like that. Women and seamen.
Forget I asked. This is a bad neighborhood.
Oh, it's past the vibe check.
Alone, Carlotta.
I can take care of myself.
I believe you.
Good. Trust is important.
I said I believed you. I never said I trusted you.
Don't you like me, Luton?
I like a lot of things. I like dogs, but I wouldn't trust one.
You'll have to let me know, Praggers, and I'll have to guess, because I love a quiz. If you bring in a Discworld quiz as well, throw questions. I love a Discworld quiz.
I'd better get started on your case. Where can I contact you?
I'll be in touch. Be seeing you, Luton.
I hoped I would see her again, because she still hadn't paid me. Still, it wasn't every day that a beautiful woman offered me a case. Frankly, it wasn't often that anybody offered me a case. And 200 would certainly help pay the rent, if I had anything left over from my bar bill.
So, visually, it's not my favourite of the Discworld games. Mechanically, it absolutely is. And storyline, probably. I'm going to have to get the manual out, because I can't remember the buttons. Muse about an object with clues. Object. Muse. Notebook commands. Okay, that's notebook commands. Where's just controls? If you've already watched it, you can bypass. We're not going to bypass any dialogue. Using the mouse. We're not posh enough to have a mouse. Silly. Luton's controls. Walk is square button. Interact is X. Circle is examine. Cool. Cool, yeah. So look is circle. Just IMDb did it. He's one guy running 100 voices on the 2 Discworld games as well. Ooh. Questions from the quiz books. Born. I love you a little bit. Throw them at me. Right, so this is the office. Let's have a We'll look at the coffee machine, make sure we got this right.
I'd purchased the imp-powered coffee bean machine from my own throat dibbler, the man whose name was the byword for quality. With CMOT dibbler, you could say bye to quality. I will say this for the ICBM. It made coffee strong enough to blow your head off. On the downside, the imp tended to use most of the beans to fuel its own addiction. Some days the poor thing was so jittery the coffee machine would vibrate.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're having trouble, Cynic. Yeah, ICBM, I love it. Right, let's try using it. Oh no, square is walk, X is to use.
Nothing like a cup of imp-made coffee to make me jittery and paranoid.
Right, so at the moment, all I know really is that I have to... Oh no, sorry. I pressed L1 because in Broken Sword, L1 is the button to speed up the mouse. Because the mouse moves quite slowly. Right, let's have a look at the filing cabinet. Come on, Luton.
All I had to do was track down Mundy and tell Carlotta where he was.
How is the jazz on this in terms of voice levels? Because I know the vocals were okay, but let's get out of here then. Let's get out of here. To these questions for the weirdest Link Discworld quiz book published in 2002. Okay, brilliant. I like that. Right, Luton's office. The mouse on this is actually really ridiculously responsive for a PS1 controller. I do remember we have to go to the wharf. Volume is fine. Thank you, Rune. Thank you, Valin.
The wharf was on the upmarket side of the river, in the city of Ankh. The Moorpork docks on the other side of the river were not a place wise travellers disembarked.
What was the sticky basis of the glue invented by Linda
But then again, wise travellers tried to avoid Ankh Moorpork altogether.
Post-it notes. Was it something to do with
travelled a lot, it was hard to
slugs?
miss, like malaria.
Is this... Okay, now, look, brace yourselves. This is... Whenever I see a bollard in my head... Not in my head. Whenever in real life, in Round World, I'm walking down the street and I see a bollard, anything like it, I get this... I think it's this line in my head.
Along the length of the wharf were hundreds of posts for mooring ships to. It seemed like a lot of bollards to me.
Every time. Right, let's... Oh, Mr. Scoplet. We'll have a chat with Mr. Scoplet. Boiled slugs, yes!
Are you the first mate?
Oh, right out of the gate, Rune. I'm in for this.
Timber me timbers. Hoist the main brace.
Let's start again. Are you the first mate?
Aye.
That I be.
You're not going to get any money off me, so you can drop the fake accent.
Sorry. You know how it is. Some people are stupid enough to fall for that sort of thing. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I can talk to him, I can wave him goodbye, I can look in my notebook. Now, I've only got a couple of things that I can ask him about, but I can go back and forward into these bits. It's him, but you can't really tell from this voice. Okay, I'll have another listen in a second when I'm going through it. Contacts and suspects. I'm going to ask him about Carlotta first.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
Doesn't ring any bells, I'm afraid.
This could be wrong. My instant thought is Bill Bailey, but I don't think it could be him. I need a bit more. I need a bit more voice.
Voyage?
It's funny you should ask that. You're the second person today to have an interest in Mundy.
Who was the first?
A dwarf. He didn't give his name. I don't think he was from round here, though.
What about Mundy? What was he like?
I don't pry into the passenger's business, but for a man who came on board pretty happy, he seemed pretty unsettled when he left. Not that I blame him. Something was definitely amiss on this last voyage.
I'm going to have to have another one of his voices.
Mundy? No. Like I said, I don't pry into passenger's business.
Unless you actually look through their luggage after they've been washed over the side.
Hey, what are you inferring?
I'm not inferring anything.
I'm implying.
I'm implying
Yeah.
that you might have had a look at their luggage at one point.
If I had, I certainly wouldn't admit it to you.
Which either means you didn't look, or you didn't find anything of interest.
You better watch your steps, son. It's not good to make accusations like that.
Don't worry.
Hmm.
Anything we discuss is strictly between you, me, and anyone else I tell.
I do love the humour here. I've got a new notebook clue, though. The Inquisitive Stranger.
Since that was who I'd learnt about that from
Yeah,
in the
that's
first
fair.
place,
I don't know what I was expecting.
didn't feel I had much to gain by going over old ground.
Right, yeah. I mean, that is completely fair. If anything, it just makes me feel a bit more stupid. And I can ask him a bit about the Milker. It is, Rune, it is just every line
This is the Milka, isn't it?
is
That's what
impeccable.
it says on the prow.
It's impossible to read anything written on that hull.
Just because you can't read it doesn't mean it isn't there.
True.
Reality is subjective after all.
Don't get all existential with me.
It was more ontological than existential.
That's a really bad habit you've got there.
What? Oh, sorry. I picked up a bad case of philosophy in Ephoebe a couple of years ago, and I haven't been able to get rid of it since. Just can't seem to shake it off. Normal as anything one minute.
I'm trying to place the voice. I'll get there. I'll get there.
Be said to exist. A bit of a drawback when you're supposed to be navigating.
Okay, assuming the existence of an objective shared universe, is this the Milka?
Yes.
Can I have a look on board?
No.
That better not be some kind of philosophical objection.
No one gets on board without Captain Jenkins' permission.
Okay, Captain
Where is
Jenkins.
the captain?
I don't know. But you could try the Cafe Ankh. He usually goes there when he's in Ankh-Morpork. If it exists, of course.
Okay, I've got a new location. I like when it tells you on this, it says you've got a new location, you've got a new notebook clue. It gives you like proper, not even just hints, but a proper whack. No, that is, I think, that's all I can ask him about, but I can also just talk to him. Just randomly talk to him. Born, I'm always ready for the next question. 100%, yes, please, hit me with it.
Know. Sort, perhaps.
We've just come from there. It'll be a long time before we get back there again.
Did you bring any passengers?
Sure. We always try to take a couple of passengers. They pay their way, and if there's a big
What
storm,
very
they're
fine
useless
product.
to sacrifice to the angry sea gods.
Bear Hugger's Whiskey.
Of course, we tell people they were washed over the side.
It's yeah. Bear Hugger's Whiskey. Ooh, and I've got
What
some
were the
things I can ask him
passengers on
about
the
here as well.
last voyage like?
There were 3 of them. One of them seemed all right, but
Sure
the
it's
other
whiskey.
2, I don't know about them. There was something strange about them.
Okay, we've got another notebook clue. And sacrifices. That's a bit dodgy.
Do you sacrifice passengers often?
No. The captain doesn't like it. He says it's bad for business.
Bear Hugger's very fine whiskey, yes. Oh, Cynic. Excellent. I was literally just thinking, I wonder if Cynic's back with us. I didn't want to ask it out loud in case you weren't, and then I would feel bad.
Bad omens?
The whole crew had a bad feeling of dread.
We're
from the
only
moment we
questioning
set
our
off.
first
Looking at the state
person.
of the ship, that doesn't come as a surprise.
There have been some incredibly funny moments.
Well, safe voyage, if that's possible.
I think the thing that I like about this one, very similar to Broken Sword, is that if you just ask everybody, if you just talk to everybody, make sure you get stuff, you will do it. Whereas Discworld 1 and Discworld 2 games, you could have everything you need, you could talk to everybody, and you still could forget. I remember you have to get in this crate for some reason.
The crates on the wharf were built on a large frame.
Bit of
sturdy
noir
and
trivia.
thick.
Terry was thrilled at the concept of a hard-boiled detective, remembers Bateman. And the plotting began with me coming up with a synopsis based around the assassin character Tepic from Pyramids. Wow, okay. That would have been exceptionally different. Can I look at the crate?
A crate. What more could I say?
I feel stupid. Let's go, Luton. That is a nice bit of noir trivia, Valin. Thank you very much. I love all things Discworld, but the video games hold an incredibly special place in my heart. Because Discworld 2, the game, was my very first introduction to Discworld, like, at all. And now I've got Discworld tattoos, I've got all of the games. I'm missing one game, actually. Because there is... It's Luton's office. Cafe Ank. There was, like, a Commodore 64 Discworld game. It didn't go down brilliantly. Of the Colour of Magic. The Cafe Ank, not Rick's Cafe American, because we don't want to get the lawyers involved. Here we go. Oh, we can go up here, can't we? I kind of don't get if I'm pressing X or square, or what I'm meant to be pressing anyway. So I'm just kind of pressing both at the moment. Crowbar, let's yoink that.
I figured the golem wouldn't notice that the crowbar had gone missing.
Even though he's right
I
there.
didn't need it. Just that I'd figured I'd get away with stealing it.
Okay, I have a crowbar. Okay, we're going. We are on the way. And we need to try and find the captain of the Milker. To see if we can get on board and get a bit of info. All we know at the moment is that we're trying to find Mundy. That's literally the only thing. I've got to remember not to get ahead of myself and try and make it more complicated than it is. Ooh! As one of my favourite Discworld characters in this clip. We're getting a full song. Thank you very much, by the way, Rune. 2 for 2, I'm very happy with. What society's final meeting bearing with the question? That's the elucidated brethren of the Ebon Knight. Are the cups of integrity well and truly suffused? And then they asked a couple, didn't they? And then, like, somebody went, oh, that was meant to be Brother Fingers, wasn't it? And he was like, no, it's always me. Why don't I get to go with the something? But yeah, the elucidated brethren of the Ebon Knight, I believe. I say I believe.
I told you never to play that song again. Oh, sorry, Mr. Luton. It's just I wasn't expecting you to call by tonight. And
oh, 3,
you weren't
4,
expecting me?
3.
It's only been 8 years, Samael. I guess my memory isn't what it used to be. I don't know why.
Oh, I haven't got my
temper.
I've got the Discworld companion book here, and I like to pull like a Holly from Red Dwarf and pretend I'm reading the answer.
But that's what made him special, I guess. That he'd take almost any kind of abuse from the clientele, and he'd still be there at the piano, playing better than anyone else in Ankh-Morpork.
What a guy. Okay, look, it's Nobby. Oh, I'm going to chat to Samael first.
I decided not to disturb Samael while he was working.
Apparently I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to talk to Nobby instead. Let's talk to Nobby. I like Nobby. Good voice for Nobby in this as well, from what I remember.
Hello, Nobby. Hello, Luton. How you been keeping? I've been worse. Of course, I've been better, too. And I've been a hell of a lot better, and not much worse. That's good, isn't it? Don't worry. If Commander Vimes sees us together, I'll tell him I made you talk to me. It's not that I don't like you, Luton. I mean, we was friends and all. But it's just... well... it's just he'd bite your head off if he saw you talking to
Turn
me.
it up? Of course I can, Edgehead. Whatever makes you folks happy, to be honest. I could do it. I could turn me down if you wanted to. Just don't leave me. I'm going to just talk to him first, I think, because it seemed a bit backwards last time.
How you been keeping, Nobby? How's the rest of the watch? Not so bad, Luton. Been keeping myself busy. Been working with Sergeant Colon.
Hopefully that's a bit better.
How is old fatty Colon? Still fat? I'll tell him I saw you. No, you won't. Okay, so maybe I won't. I was just being trite. Polite. Yeah, that's the one.
I don't know, although I've started watching... Yeah, poor colon, indeed. Valen will know my Fred Colon voice, which my Fred Colon voice echoes the old soul music cartoon. Fred Colon is very much that kind of old, deep northern, hey now, hey re, hey now, nobby. We've started, I've done my very first, I'm being the Dungeon Master for Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm running a Dungeons and Dragons adventure, but it's set on the Discworld. So the party of 6 started their get back down that pit. They started their adventure, and their first thing was to pass basic training. There was a little assault course and things in the Pseudopolis. No, not in the Lemonade Factory watch yard. But at one point in my colon voice, the thing is, I'm here for a pun. I'm definitely here for innuendo. You folks know that I love a good innuendo, but because I'm focused so hard on trying to remember everything to run a good game, innuendo's going over my head. So at one point in my Fred colon voice, I said, "Here, Kraut, give her your truncheon, son," and I didn't even twig in my own head that it was a potential innuendo. And yeah, Valen's playing a troll, hit one of the practice dummies, got a nat 20, so hit it hard, and the head sailed through Colon's office window in the twaddle room.
I really understood why it was that you didn't get kicked out as well, Nobby. Me? I ain't never done nothing wrong. Don't give me that, Nobby. When you were serving as quartermaster under the Duke of Pseudopolis, it was widely known that several items from the stores were found in your kit. That was all above board. I had all the paperwork for him. Your kit at the time consisted
I'll let you listen.
of 2 warehouses. I just think Vimes had a grudge against me. Luton, I know you're my friend and all, but you took a bribe. Are you trying to tell me you never took a bribe? Never. The ham from Harga's House of Ribs? Evidence. The pocket clock from the suicide in the shades? I wanted something to remember him by. The money in the petty cash box? Mislaid by someone. Misappropriated by you. I never misanthropated anything. I just want to understand why it was that you could get away with all your petty theft, and I couldn't get away with one act of weakness. Well, you see, just say it, Nobby. I'm not gonna hold it against you. Well, I reckon Mr. Vimes thinks that a bit of petty theft ain't something to get excited about. I ain't admitting anything, Mark you. Nothing's ever been proved. Compared to some of the stuff that goes on in this city. But someone who's taken a bribe, well, that's like allowing the rich to avoid justice. That wasn't why I did it. I know. But you know Vimes. Yeah, I know Vimes all right.
I love the name dropping in this one. I think there's some good stuff in the other ones, and you go to some nice places. But the name dropping, like Mr. Vimes in here, Harga's House of Ribs, just I absolutely adore it. But yeah, Rune, I'm hoping, I'm the DM, so I've got all this thing planned out, and I'm just hoping that I can do it justice.
What's Vimes
Fingers
up to
crossed.
these days? He got married. Married? He was only ever married to his job. Nah, straight up. He married into nobility. Old Stoneface in the nobility. That'd drive him crazy. Well, he's sort of nobility himself now. What? They made him commander of the watch. And we got a great new premises down on Pseudopolis Yard. They're full of paintings and vases and all sorts. Full? Well, maybe not as full as when we moved in, but pretty full.
Oh
I'll
no!
have to call round sometime. Yeah, that'd be good. We got a lot more members in the watch these days. And we got a new dartboard. Life in the fast lane, huh? Do you seriously think it's a good idea for me to call around? I mean, Vimes isn't gonna like it. Whatever you may think about him, he's loyal to his job. I can't say he'll welcome you with open arms, but he won't stop you.
Right, hopefully people are coming back from the ad. I still need to I need to figure out how to swish around these ad things, because I'm not happy with them. I don't think I get anything for them. I think they just happen. The subs, and huge thanks for the sub, Cynic, Scottish. Is it? Should I call you Scottish, Scott, cynical, or nerd? I never know. But yeah, huge thanks for the sub, because the subs are really really handy, and they help. As you may notice, that my microphone is held together with sticky tape at the moment. Right, contacts and suspects. I'm going to talk to him about Carlotta first.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
I'm not getting drawn into anything while I'm off duty.
Oh, come on,
Wait
Nobby.
till I'm back at the yard.
I think he's going to just say it to everything.
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
Can't this wait till I get back to the yard? I'm off duty.
Right, okay. I'm going
Do
to
you
try
know
asking
anything
anyway.
about some passengers that came into town by ship a few days ago?
That's not much to go on.
You're a corporal in the watch. You're supposed to have a keen, insightful mind.
They brought that regulation in after I joined.
Have I got anything else that I can ask him? Monday.
Do you know anything about a man named Mundy?
I'm not getting... Wait.
Okay, yeah, wait till I'm back at the yard.
How long ago?
Oh, here we go.
3
We might get
days.
something here.
That's strange.
No, it's fine. Thanks, nerd.
Why?
Well, there's
That-
been a string
that feels
of
horrible,
odd
but I'll
murders
go
in
with
the
it.
last 3
Sup,
days.
nerd?
What do you mean, odd? I mean, this is Ankh-Morpork we're talking about.
I'm not sure I should discuss the details with a pavilion.
A civilian, Nobby. How much have you had to drink?
I'm as sober as the day I was born.
That's a frightening thought.
Okay, we've got a little something from him there, so I am glad that I looked, because otherwise we would have nowhere to go.
Since that was who I'd learnt about that
Oh, right,
farm
sorry.
in the first place.
Yeah, we won't get much. Serious passengers. So there's been a few murders. Did I ask him about the milker
Have
already?
you heard of the Milka? It arrived in town a short time ago.
How long?
Oh,
3
no, we have, because that's
Why?
where
Well, there's been...
the string of odd murders that we've
I'm
known
not
about. Yeah. Right. So we've got the new new place to go to. New location. It's called a location. Ah, thank God I'm not relying on words to do my job. I'm a professional writer, by the way. Right, I think we'll say goodbye to him. I've only got a crowbar in my
Tempting as
inventory.
it was, I decided not to start attacking people with the crowbar.
It is tempting. I'm used to it. My cousins called me that for decades due to my love of Star Trek, Discworld, and video games. Yes! Trekkie. Voyager's the best. DS9's the worst. All of the others I can live with.
I'll catch you later, Nobby. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, don't get caught doing anything I wouldn't do.
Right, we're in. We're off. Let's head up to speak to Captain Jenkins. Good old Captain Jenkins. Which enterprising rubber merchant? Ankh-Morpork's favourite contraceptive. That's
Are you
Sonky.
Captain Jenkins?
Can't remember his first name. Alistair?
Don't play games.
Something
I'm
Albert?
just after a few answers.
Somebody Sonky.
That song really put you in a bad mood, didn't it?
If you're trying to get me angry, it's
William.
working.
I knew it was
No need to
Sonky.
get upset.
Do I get that? Is
You
that
need to
close enough?
drink
Thank you, Rune.
more and think less.
So that's 4
If
for
I
4?
drank any more than I
Are we
do
saying 4
now,
for 4? Are we being
I'd
kind?
never think again.
That's the ticket.
Right, I'm just going to have a chat with him first.
So, you're the captain of the Milka.
4 for 4. Cash back.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately?
ordinarily I'd be happy being a
If anybody else has
captain of a
Discord trivia
ship like
questions
the
as well, do
Milka.
feel
But
free.
after this last voyage,
I'm
I'm
doing
thinking
okay
of
so
taking
far.
a far
Hello, Davs.
Tough
I'm
journey.
rereading at the moment, just so that I
wanna talk
um,
about it.
back in the world mentally for running a Discworld Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Previous voyage, I reckon. Let's have a chat with him about the
What was
previous
so
voyage.
bad about the last voyage?
I told you I don't want to talk about it.
Sometimes it helps to talk about these things.
Why would I want to talk about it?
All right, let's put that another way. I want to talk about it, and the sooner I finish talking to you, the sooner you can get back to drinking.
By that logic, my best bet would be to just ignore you
Love
and
his
carry
beard.
on
It is a
drinking.
great big bushy
I was
beard,
never
isn't
much
it,
good
stuffed?
at logic.
I don't want to call
did
you
home
stuffed.
economics
Donkey.
at school.
Donkey!
I was hoping you'd let me have a look around on the Milka.
I was hoping that I was going to make enough money to be able to buy myself a harem of exotic dancers called Chantel. But it looks like we're both going to be disappointed.
I do love Captain Jenkins.
Is there any way I can persuade you to let me on your ship?
Is there any way I can persuade you to go away?
Okay, let's ask him some questions. We'll open up our notebook. See, I really, really love the murder mystery aspects of this. I really like him.
I understand you are carrying a man named Mundy on your ship.
What's it to you?
I was hoping to find him.
Owes you money, does he?
No, he's an old friend.
Old
Him?
friend.
You must think I'm as drunk as I look.
Aren't you?
Well, okay, so maybe I am. What did you want to know?
Where is he now?
I've no idea. We picked him up in Sort a couple of weeks ago and we brought him here. That's about
Okay,
all
okay.
I want to know about him.
Did he say what he was coming to Ankh-Morpork for?
I think he said he was meeting someone.
Who?
Now, I can barely remember my own name, let alone something I overheard through a doorway last week.
Okay, I'm not getting anything off him. Let's ask him about the Milka instead.
Looks like a good ship.
You know nothing about ships, do you? She looks like exactly what she is. A run-down tramp schooner with no future.
Any chance I could look around her anyway?
All I want to do is get the cargo loaded and get out of this godforsaken
Ooh, I think that's
city.
nudged a couple of my brain
I
cells
don't
on how we
need
can get on
people
board.
snooping around on board.
I think that's nudged the little grey cells, as Hercule Poirot would put them. Let's ask about Carlotta.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
There's no one I know.
Brilliant, nice and quick. I like that. I appreciate a quick negative answer. I just remembered he was at the start of Jingo. Was he? By Jingo, really?
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
I never made that connection.
I wouldn't know
I never made
anything
that
about
connection.
that.
Okay, he's
On
really
your
not
last
giving us
voyage,
much.
there were 3 passengers, right? Mundy and 2 others.
You tell me. You seem to know more about my ship than I do.
I just want to know what you can remember about them.
I remember that we picked them up in Ecclepon, and I know they had a lot of cargo.
Wow.
Oh, and
I'm
one was
rereading
a
Third
woman,
at the moment. I
and
love
one
Third. It's one of my
was a man,
favourites.
I think.
You think he was a man?
There was something particularly foreign about him. I'm not sure what.
Okay.
Where's Ecclepon?
Up near the hub. God's forsaken place. All there is to do there is drink and eat fish sandwiches with no tops on.
Sounds like a long way from the Circle C.
We got lost, all right. It's easy to mix up port and starboard when you've drunk too much port.
Are they still on board?
Nope.
No,
We
bugger.
cut them in Ankh-Morpork. And before you ask, I have no idea what they were doing here. That's not my business.
I was
Bums.
beginning to realize that Captain Jenkins only had 2 questions to ask his passengers. Where are you going, and how much money have you got?
Okay, so I've got pretty much nothing out of him on those bits, and I'm assuming he won't know anything about
Do
the
you know
mysterious
anything
murders.
about the recent murders in Ankh-Morpork?
I know that there are always murders in Ankh-Morpork.
Fair.
See Ankh-Morpork and die, they say. Often in the same day.
That's not a very helpful answer.
It wasn't a very sensible question.
I mean, man's got a point. Man's got a point. Let's Okay, I guess that's it. So we've got a few extra bits. We had a new location, didn't we? Oh, and oh no, go away. Sorry. Right, the right bumpers. Sorry, R1. R1 is notebook. L1 is inventory. I'll remember that. Who joined the watch after an embarrassingly misguided application to the Guild of Seamstresses? Okay. Angua. I said that very confidently. And I'm now immediately regretting it. Could have been Cheery. I'm sticking with Oh, it was Cheery. Bugger. 4 for 5, though. That's not bad. It's not bad so far. Bums. Cheery Littlebottom. He's moving very slowly. Let's get a move on. Right, what have I... Oh, Pseudopolis Yard I unlocked. Luton's office. I have a feeling I remember what I need to do here. Oh, you can press X and it just skips straight there, which is handy. Oh. Let's have a talk with him. Seem to remember something about going to a warehouse, but can't remember if it was before or after you get on
Something
board.
told me I wasn't going to learn anything useful from the sailor.
Bugger.
The sailor was busy loading the ship, and I decided not to disturb him.
Not bad. Angus said it was the watch or the seamstresses. Bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Right, because I had...
There was an inscription on the crowbar. Property of the patrician's palace.
Right, let's... Because I wanted to...
Oi! Get away from that!
Right, yeah, fair enough. So I can't do that just yet, but I have a feeling that's what I'm meant to do. But Nobby should be back at Pseudopolis Yard now, so we can go and take a look at the watch house. There it is.
I headed over to Pseudopolis Yard, but Nobby wasn't there yet. I decided to come back later.
Right, well, where else? We've got the Cafe Ankh. We've done everything there. I'm stuck already, which isn't brilliant, is it? One thing I'm going to do, hopefully, yeah, I'm going to turn the music volume down because it's quite loud for me personally compared to the voices, but hopefully that's okay for you still. Right, we've got Luton's office, but there's nothing. I'll go there just in case she's come back. Carlotta's come back. She has not. I remember sometimes going back to his office might trigger something. Yeah, I had thought that. Maybe speaking with him again, and I mean, I don't know if there's something that we got into the in the notebook.
Not for much longer, I hope.
Mr. Scoplet.
Do you know anything about the recent murders in Ankh-Morpork?
Sorry, I wouldn't know anything about that.
That voice is familiar. It is familiar. Check the crate again. I'll give it another go. Should I give it another go? I have a feeling that guy's still going to be there. He's gone! See, that is a bit... like, why? Why? Oh no, go away. Come on. Oh no. Right. Crate.
I didn't much
There we go.
like being jammed into a crate and loaded onto the ship, but I could think of worse fates. like being jammed into a crate full of rats and loaded onto the ship. What's your name then, little fellow?
It is very dark, isn't it? It's dark.
The
This is
hold
why
was
it's my...
dark and dank,
It is my
and
least
I couldn't
favourite,
shake the feeling that I wasn't alone.
in terms of visuals of the Discworld games, it is my least favourite. But in terms of actual gameplay and stuff, it is my favourite at the moment. They took the noir part very seriously. We can just hop across here and go up onto the... Oh, we can just skip it as well. We don't have to watch him walk over. Lair. Have a look in the lair.
It looked lived in. The question was, by what? There was nothing of value in the debris.
Nothing. And there's nothing around here. That's odd, isn't it? It's an odd kind of... that is weird. Yeah, it was... I'm not sure. I'm here, and there's some stairs? Crates. Oh yeah, I got lifted up, so this back here should be onto the top of the ship or something. One would imagine. There we go. Right, there's the it's very hard to see anything, and I keep pressing left bumper accidentally, sorry. Was there something here? No? Down? No, not down there. Right, that's the guy. If I go to him, I'll get thrown off the ship. Oh. Where on earth can you... Sometimes if I look on this screen, sorry for the close-up of my face. Sometimes if I look on this screen, I will ignore that. Ignore it again. Keep ignoring it. Ignore that bit as well. Boop. It's really hard to see. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's really hard to see in the shadowy bits because it is really very dark. What I might do is I might have a look. Walk, action, escape, examine. Okay. There aren't any brightness options, unfortunately. So that's a porthole. Let's look at the bunk.
A perfectly ordinary bunk bed.
Fair enough. Let's
I searched a
search.
bunk and found a small scrap of cardboard. It could have been anything. There was a number on the back. Either
That's
a 6
nudging some brain cells.
or a
All
9.
praise on.
It was hard to say.
Okay. Nothing there. Nothing here. We've searched the bunk. We don't want to search loot. Oh, we can search this
I
bunk.
searched one of the bunks, but found nothing useful, and nothing I wanted to think too closely about.
We'll have a
A
look
bunk
at
bed,
that.
like any other.
No, nothing. That is just bunk. There's no other bits and pieces. Have a good scan round. I don't think so, though. Let's get out of there. Oh, hello, my love. Right, is there... I swear there was a down here. Because there was an up, which we just did. And then I know we've got that down, but... Is that really all we've got to find? Is the one scrap of paper? I mean, maybe it is.
The River Ankh, the mighty river which gave Ankh-Morpork its characteristic stench. Even before it entered the city, it was already slow and heavy with the silt of the stow plains. By the time it reached the seaward side, even an agnostic could walk across it.
See, that's just up to the bunks again. I'm pretty certain. but it's really hard to see. No, and there's nothing here. I've looked over everything. I've kind of scanned and moved the cursor over everything. Maybe I'll try and... That's not popping up with bunk anymore. No, we got that one. Bedpost.
I wasn't about to tear the bedpost off the bed. There were
Why are
some
you there, then?
strange scratches on the bedpost, which looked as
Okay.
if they'd been caused by either a wild animal or a man with very bad dental hygiene.
How queer.
What they meant was anyone's guess.
But there's nothing
I-
There's nothing I can do with it. I don't... No, well, not much point to that bedpost being there, but okay. Okie dokie. I mean, I guess we'll just... Something in the cargo hold in the water. Let's have a look, Rune, shall we? Let's have a look. There was certainly some... Oh! I was going to say there's certainly some flotsam.
I pulled the label out of the wreckage.
Nice.
It
Good
had
call.
writing on it that I couldn't understand.
Ooh! Okay. Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, one of the figures looked like a number.
Let's... Oh, no, I wanted to... Alright, maybe a use button.
That had nothing
Oh.
to do with the scrap of cardboard.
Egg on my face. I thought it was the number.
I was...
No, don't put it in your purse. Just put it back. Not telling. No spoilers. Thank you, Vimesy. It does from here. That... Oh, you can... get out of the way. It looks like numbers. My brother's good with numbers. That's why the show's called Numbers.
The bilge water was littered with flotsam that looked like the remains of a smashed crate.
Okay. I have a feeling that's it.
The hold was full of crates for the outgoing voyage.
I think
They
I'm
were
going
of
to
little
leave
interest
now.
to me.
I think I'm leaving. We're leaving. I think, anyway.
I'd managed to remain hidden on the ship, but I
'cause
knew
I've found
that luck
everything
couldn't
now.
last forever, because I'd stopped being lucky around age 12. The first mate looked less than happy, but I don't think he saw who I was as I dived in elegantly onto the Ankh. Fortunately, the crust of the Ankh was soft that night, and I escaped both injury and discovery, although I needed 2 baths just to feel dirty.
See, the visuals aren't brilliant, but it is funny as hell. Ooh. A mysterious dwarf.
On an ordinary night, I'd sit around waiting for business. But this night, business was coming to me, and bringing trouble with it. Business, I didn't mind. But trouble was an unwelcome guest. And like all unwelcome guests, it was hard to ask it to leave. And by the 3rd day, it was generally wearing your shirts and leaving its stuff in your bathroom.
Hello, Mr. Luton. I've been expecting you.
I should hope so.
Can't
This is
place
my
that
office.
voice.
How'd you get in?
Through the door. It was only locked. I know all about doors.
Good.
Nigel
Use this
Planer.
one to get out.
I have a message for you, Mr. Luton.
I don't take
I
messages
think
from
Nigel Planer.
strangers.
Then let me introduce myself. My name is Mr. Al-Khali.
I don't take messages from dwarves named after cities.
My name isn't important.
You seem to think it was.
I've come to warn you to stay clear of the Mundy case.
I'm not steering clear of the Monday
I'll
case.
bear that in mind.
It's too much money
Now
in
get
it.
out.
If you don't stay clear of the Mundy case, something untoward may happen to you.
This is Ankh Morpork. Something untoward may happen to me whether I investigate this case or not. Now either you get out or I'll throw you out.
Don't say I didn't warn you, Mr. Luton.
Bye-bye,
Don't
Alkali.
say I didn't ignore you, Mr. Alkali.
Oh, perfect.
A dwarf named after the Klatchian city of Alkali, and a threat. This case was getting more interesting by the minute.
Interesting
All we
is one
needed was
word.
a troll and a member of the undead, and we could open an ethnic comedy on Broadway.
Okay, so we've got a thingy there. I don't think there's anything else, so I'm going to have a look and see if Nobby is at the watch house yet. Which novel's working title was Words in the Head? That has to be Feet of Clay, I would assume. I don't know that, but I'm assuming because that's the golem thing. Feet of Clay, yes! 5 out of 6 so far. That's a lot. Pseudopolis Yard. Up the steps we go. And there's Nobby, God bless him. God's bless him. Right, let's have a chat. Let's have a chat with Nobby. Oh, I love Nobby.
Hello again, Nobby. Hello, Luton. Did I disturb you? No.
You meet
What made you
Vimes.
think
I
that?
can't remember meeting Vimes,
Well,
but I
there
hope
appears
so.
to be smoke coming from your ear. Oh, that. Well, I've been working hard, you see. Working so hard that your ears have caught fire. Don't worry about it, Nobby. It's not like I'm going to report you. I have been working, see? Oh, sure. I never doubted it for a second.
Have you completed it before? Yes, I completed it, but it was... it must have been about 20 years ago or something. I completed it. And
How's work treating you, then?
I have vague memories here and there,
Not so bad, Luton.
but not
Been
much.
busy, though. Rushed off my feet. Yeah, I can tell.
Okay, that was literally all of the chatter, but we can ask him now about some of these
What do you
suspects
know
and things,
about
so
a
we might
woman
get
named
some
Carlotta?
more information.
Never heard of him.
We're not going to get much more information. Oh, I was really hoping for more, Nobby. Terry Pratchett voices Vimes. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to be able to deal with that. I don't know if I'm going to deal with that well when it comes up.
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
I don't think I'm going to deal
I
well
don't know.
with it. Don't know. Oh, Nobby. Yeah, I mean, it's on brand for Nobby, isn't it?
Investigated the passengers on the Milka, have you? Of course I have. Sorry, but you're not the most
Ilson Carlotta voiced Rob Brydon, Kate Robbins, well, Robert Llewellyn,
diligent of investigators.
Nigel Planer voiced the rest.
I work as hard
Rob
as any
Lord.
man of my rank.
Additional voices Terry.
You're the only man of your rank. There's 3 dwarfs, 2 troll, a woman and a zombie with the same rank as you, but you're the only human male.
I'm not going to deal well with it at
I
all.
know you're human because you carry a bit of paper to prove it, signed by the midwife. The maleness, I'll take that on trust.
We'll take it on trust.
Do you want me to help you or not?
Yeah, we'll see,
What have you
Vimesy.
got?
We'll see when we
Well,
get
I
to it.
interviewed one of the passengers. What did you learn? That's official watch business.
I'll tell you what,
You didn't learn anything,
seeing as
did
we're
you?
playing on a
Not
PlayStation
as
1,
such, no. Any
it's
chance I
running
could
really
interview
well
this
and
passenger?
nicely and
I don't see
smoothly.
why not. She's down in the Cafe Ankh now. Well,
Oh,
that's
okay.
something, I guess.
Right, Alkali.
Do you know a dwarf
Oh,
by the
Vimesy,
name
thank
of
you hugely for
Alkali?
the subscription. That is appreciated.
Never heard of him.
It'll help me fix my
How did
mic,
you
which is
know
held
he
together with
was
sellotape.
male, then? You can't trick.
Ooh!
dwarves don't use
What
the
happened there?
female pronoun.
Pressed the wrong button. That's what happened there.
Okay,
The
okay.
professionalism was what I really
you.
love.
I've always wondered what a female pronoun was. One of nature's wonderful mysteries, Nobby. Is it normally kept covered or what? I'm going to leave it to your rather uninventive imagination, Nobby.
Stream starting again. Ah! Right, let's ask him about these mysterious murders. I know he
Any
told
word on these
us about
murders?
them, but...
Nothing yet.
Okay.
But our top investigators are working on the case 24 hours a day. Nobby?
Who are they?
Are you one of those crack investigators? Yeah? Why? Never mind.
That is
Just a
spot
thought.
on for Nobby. Yeah, I was telling, I was speaking to our little micro bandits, my children, in the car yesterday, maybe, today, maybe, I don't know. Time is a mystery. But yeah, if there was, if I had to pick like one fandom, one thing, it would be Discworld. It's just all
Do you
about
know
that.
anything about a man named Mundy? Never
Heard of him. Yes, I was literally, I keep meaning to say, but they keep talking and it's cross purposes. I literally have started my first one, which is, oh no, tell a lie. What did I do recently? At the moment, I'm on Thud. Love Thud, it's going really well. Before that, I did The Girl with All the Gifts. And before that, I did Lords and Ladies, New Lords and Ladies. The voices, John Coleshaw does he is amazing. He is absolutely amazing. It is perfect.
Have you learned
I
anything
think.
about the Milka? Yeah, not as such, no.
He hasn't learned anything.
You go to great lengths to conceal how little work you do, don't you? Hey.
The only thing that I don't really love about the new books is that the footnotes are brilliant. The footnotes are done by Bill Nighy. Hello, Praggers. Bill Nighy. And he does them perfectly, but there's a weird chime, like a glingle-lingle, in between the...
Does this mean anything to you?
the narration and the footnotes, and I don't like the glingle-lingle bit. That's the only thing I don't
No.
like. No, nothing there. Does this label
Can
mean
you
anything?
read this? Give me a break, Luton. I don't know everything.
Okay. No, I haven't really got anything from Nobby there. Let's go back. So we've got the murders, but there's the mysterious murders. They haven't had anything new about those yet. We've asked him about all of these things and those things. I think that's it. His Australian accent was terrible. Who is it who does the Wizards books? I'm not sure. I'm controversial, maybe. The Wizards aren't my favourite by some way. Sorry, I keep pressing that simply because it was the go faster button in Broken Sword. Right. We're not getting anywhere there. Ooh!
He seemed like the quiet sort, but you got the feeling that if you stepped out of line, you'd get your teeth kicked down your throat. For that matter, he could kick your throat down your chest and your chest through your legs. But I was hoping it wouldn't come to that, because none of my clothes would fit.
Fine, Therma.
Sorry, friend, I don't understand.
Ooh. Hello. Some call me Tim. Some call him the Wind of the West.
You want me to find Therma? Is that it? Well, what is it?
Colin
person.
Morgan.
A thing?
Haven't
If we're going to carry out
haven't
a
heard that name.
conversation, it'd help for you to talk.
Oh, a guy from Merlin.
Fine, Therma.
Oh, that makes sense then, I guess.
Okay, find Therma. What's your name, friend? There was something about a troll that big that made you want to call him friend.
Malachite.
Find Therma.
Right, find Therma for Malachi.
You've got to find her. I wasn't about to argue with a troll that could twist my head off and use it as a cocktail onion. Okay, friend.
Yeah, Vimes, I didn't think it was the
what
actual
can you tell
Merlin.
me about her? Any suggestions of where
That
I
would've
should
been quite
start
good,
looking? Used to sing at the Octarine Parrot. Find Therma. Got to find Therma. How
Okay.
can I contact you?
I have to find Therma, apparently.
Find Therma. That was all he said. I guess he wasn't very bright. But then there's things under damp logs that are brighter than most trolls.
Okay, we've got a new place to go, which I believe is the Octarine Parrot, and we've got a new case. So we're kind of working on the side on 2 cases at the moment. Let's head to the Octarine Parrot, I guess. We can ask around. Have a bit of a catch-up.
I'd heard of the Octarine Parrot. It made other dives sound appealing. What a place. I could feel the rats in the walls. Hell, I could see the rats in the walls. In fact, some of them had come out of the walls and were sitting at the tables.
Right, so this is on Whalebone Lane. There's some genuinely good music in this.
Can I help you? You could sell me a drink. What's your poison? I prefer whiskey, straight with a whiskey chaser. You didn't come here to drink, did you?
That's
I
definitely
didn't
Rob
come here
Brydon.
for the sparkling conversation.
Yeah,
Most
Tim,
of the customers go
it's
squeak, squeak.
it is gutting that they've just lost like where the rights are. The one thing that I've kind of pushed on for Rihanna Pratchett, and I've just said, number 1, please, and number 2, just do it. If you don't know where the rights are, 100% I get that. IP and licensing, very sticky issue. But if you do it, find out who complains, then you've found the people who have the license.
This seems like a nice place. No, it doesn't. It seems like what it is, a wretched hive of scum and villainy. It's tough to get to the top in that field. You could have that on a sign outside.
Logic.
Come to the Octarine Parrot. The
Inventory
most wretched
screen
hive of
playing
scum
red.
and
Oh, is
villainy
that
this
different,
side
is
of
it?
Bronx.
I didn't realise.
You being funny?
We've got a PC
Apparently
copy as
not.
well, but
Bit
yeah,
of a little nervous.
can't get it to work anymore.
I can't shake the feeling that sooner or later someone is going to get their arm cut off.
Right, let's ask Mankin about the
Have you
Octarine
always
Parrot.
owned the parrot? No. It used to be a troll bar. I took over the place after the riots. Did you keep any of the staff? Sure, I kept anyone who wanted to stay and wasn't too badly injured by the riots.
Bluish, I can't remember.
But there's something
It was
about a
PC
group
that
of
I
rioting
completed it on
trolls
way
that makes
back when.
people reluctant to walk back into the place.
But now,
Or indeed unable.
it's part of my
Did you keep any singers on the staff?
oh,
Only
part of
Sapphire.
my epic PS1 collection of Discworld games. Okay, let's ask him
Not
about
often I see a
himself.
half-elf bartender. Be honest. It's not often you see a half-elf.
Not in the Discworld.
Okay, you got me. What's the deal? I don't like to talk about it. I thought elves were supposed to be irrepressibly likable, so that they can get away with whatever acts of cruelty they want. Like cats. Well, I'm not an elf, alright? That's the problem, isn't it? Everyone can see that you've got elf blood in you, but you've got none of the advantages. All you get is people's prejudice. I don't like your manner. I'm not selling it.
I like at least that they almost borrowed the music for a student film. Ooh, nice. There's also some brilliant music from the Soul Music cartoon series. If you look on Spotify and if you search Soul Music albums, it's on there. Keith Hopwood, and there's some amazing music on there. I lost hope in ever having good Pratchett media. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to stream the games,
Tell me
because
about
I miss
Sapphire.
having new Pratchett stuff, and a lot of
Why don't
people
you
haven't
just
seen
talk to her
these.
yourself? Just don't bother her while she's working, alright?
Okay, right. That's all of the things I can ask him about. I am gonna check in with him on Malachite. Oh, the Therma case. Oh, you can skip between cases.
Do you know of a
Brilliant.
troll who goes by the name of Malachite? Tall, terse, and dense, in both senses of the word.
Might have been one of the customers from when this used to be a troll bar. But I wouldn't know him if he was.
Bugger. Okay, we can ask about Therma then.
Do you know someone named Therma? She used to sing here.
That'd be before my time. Sapphire might know. She knew all the troll singers from back before I took over the parrot.
Okay, so not awful. Let's ask about
What do you know
Carlotta,
about
just
a
in
woman
case.
named Carlotta?
I know a lot of people. That doesn't mean I want to talk about them with you.
And I mean, that's fair.
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
Nope.
Okay, nice and to the point there.
Have you seen two strangers recently? Anyone who seemed more foreign than most?
No.
Okay, we get some really quite short,
What do you
pointed
know
answers.
about a dwarf named Al-Kali?
I know a lot of people.
Doesn't mean I want to talk about them with
That
you.
doesn't mean I
Yep,
want to talk
fair.
about them with you.
Malachite we've asked about. Therma we've asked about. Oh, no, I did want that. I wanted that open, please. Mysterious passengers, no. I can ask him
I
about
gave
Mandy.
Mencken Mundy's description and asked if he'd seen him. He told me that he hadn't. Maybe I could trust him. A half-elf
Maybe.
doesn't need to make any more enemies.
And the Milker we can ask him about.
Do you know anything about the Milker?
So many good lines in this,
If you
Tim. I
asked
said
fewer questions,
earlier,
maybe you'd get
the
more answers.
load of old bollards line next to the ship, always, still now, 20 years on, cracks me up. No, I wanted to go to the murders. Send me to the murders. It's a bit tough to get there on PS1.
Do you know anything about the
Yeah,
recent murders?
awkward, but
Only
better than
what you're
Broken
about to
Sword
tell
for
me.
controls.
You're not very helpful, are you?
Just because I don't want to help you doesn't mean I'm not helpful generically. Say, I do like your hard-boiled dialogue. How long do you boil it?
Thank you very much.
About 12 minutes from when the water begins to bubble.
Okay, I think that is... Oh, no, I can ask him about these.
Does this mean anything to you?
A tiny piece of cardboard?
It's the...
It means you got far too much time on your hands.
Look, in the window above, this is number 9, and that could be a 9. It could say 9 Whalebone Lane.
Can you read this?
Nope.
I mean, yeah, that's an answer, isn't it? It could say 9 Whalebone Lane. I'm as pure as the undriven snow. Oh yeah, well, you just went the groundless metaphor. Let's have a quick look at the notice board. I keep forgetting to look at things. I've got to look at things more, or study them / examine them. Because you can get a lot of clues that way.
I couldn't imagine who would pay attention to the notices in a seedy dive like the Parrot, but I guess they were of interest to someone. Come and see the greatest historical tragedy ever told, Antilogy in
Suppose it was my
Cleffatara,
job
Wells'
to watch
masterpiece as
Fastico.
was meant to be performed by actors.
Okay, maybe. And I'm just kind of guessing here a little bit. Let's see if this works. We got to try it.
I was pretty sure I either wanted to
Okay,
read
fair
the
enough,
board
yeah.
or leave it alone.
But as I said, a PS1 release makes playing it now easier. 100%. We are going on original hardware here. So we're going from a disc in a PS1 console, which I much prefer. Oh, I need to speak to Sapphire, don't I? Let's have a look. I think it gives it just a
The
bit more thing.
stage
Ooh,
where
we've got another quiz
performers
question.
go
One
up in
moment.
front of a drunken crowd and sell their dignity to earn enough money to barely live on. It made me think that all the discs are stage and all the people players. Unfortunately, I felt like I'd been cast as an extra in my own life story.
Okay, quiz question. What items of ducal regalia did Vimes find even more appalling than the puffed sleeves and red tights? It's the plumes, isn't it? It's his plumes in his helmet. I have a feeling it's the plumes. I'm going to speak to Sapphire.
Can we talk?
Certainly look that way.
Please be the plumes. Please be the plumes.
Move mouth, waggle tongue. Yeah, it all working.
My name's Luton.
Sapphire.
I can
could
hear my
already tell
PS1
that
going
Sapphire
mad
was a
reading the
troll who
dialogue
would
for
look
this.
after herself. I knew I'd have to watch my step around her. It was quite a long way around her, too, and not the pretty way.
Okay, we can have just a regular old chinwag first.
You've been a singer here long.
Stockings.
Long enough.
Oh!
Long enough for what?
Long enough to want to be singing somewhere else.
Plumes refused watch uniform. I'm angry with myself. 5 out of 7 now. We're slipping. I say
Tell me
we,
about yourself.
like any of you have
I'd
failed
tell
at
you
anything.
about myself
You haven't.
in 4 words. Big ideas, small results.
Why did you become a singer?
Aren't many jobs for a troll like me. And at least this one honest.
Fair.
Is honesty important to you?
As much as anything else.
Right, okay.
I'm guessing nothing much matters to you right now, Sapphire.
You catch on quick, Luton.
Okay, I can ask
What
her
do you
about
know about the
Mankin a bit.
barman?
Mankin? Not much. Know that him a bigger loser than me.
How come?
He owns this place. At least Sapphire leave if Sapphire wants to.
Why don't you leave?
Where would I go?
Yeah, been there.
No place on disc for a troll like me. Spend our whole lives waiting for break. Just one chance to come our way that can seize in both hands tightly. But it never comes. Or if it do, we don't recognize it. So we go back to grind of job we hate. And just keep on ticking each day, one step closer to end.
Been there.
Do you do
You're exactly
children's
0 for
parties?
7. I was getting them really quite fast before, and I've really fallen off. 2 out of the last 3 I've got wrong.
Word is there's been a lot of strange murders recently.
Angry with myself.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Why not?
There are a lot of strange people in this city.
Okay, we need to go back, I think. Oh, no, the Therma case. This is what I really need to ask about anyway. The other stuff's just a bonus if
I
he
don't
does
suppose
happen
you
to know
a
anything.
big troll called Malachite.
Sure,
Good.
he troll a few words, 'cause he don't know that many.
Do you know where I could find him?
That last one was a bit
Sapphire
hard, to be
not
honest.
seen him
I
in
could have
years.
sworn it was the
You
plumes.
try Rodin's workshop. He used to hang out there.
Give me a new location. Excellent news. And I can ask the big question, where's Therma?
Have you heard of a troll singer named Therma? She used to work here.
Huh. A troll singer named Therma.
What's so funny?
Huh, nothing. Sure,
gotta be
Sapphire
something.
know her.
Know where I could find her?
Try morgue. She dead.
Bum bum bum.
Her house on Tallow Street collapsed while back now. We trolls may be tough, but we're not indestructible. Rumors
Oh,
say she
no.
was practicing her moves and knocked out load-bearing beam. Brought whole place down on top of her. That's why Sapphire never practiced.
Awkward.
That's the only reason.
that, and I don't wanna.
I don't think that's
Know
fair
where she's
enough.
buried?
Sapphire don't know, but think they buried her under stage name Madame Lodestone.
Okay.
Madame Lodestone.
Oh.
Sure. On account
Sounds
of
way
how
too smart to be talking like a
attractive she
caveman.
was.
Yeah. If I ask her, is he just going to say, seeing as that's where he got the information?
So Therma
Oh, no.
performed here
Cool.
under the name Madame Lodestone.
Who are you? The narrator? I told you that already.
Bit of a fourth wall break for you there. We are... I think we've got everything. I'm going to ask her about the
What do you know
other
about
the
a
other
woman
case,
named
essentially.
Carlotta?
Sapphire know a lot of people, but don't know everyone, mister.
Fair.
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
Ask too many questions and a girl loses interest.
Okay. I'm going to keep asking questions, though.
Have you seen two strangers recently? Anyone who seemed more foreign than most?
Ask too many questions and a girl loses interest.
She's just going to keep repeating that now.
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
Sapphire know a lot of people, but don't know everyone, mister.
I don't expect you to know everyone. I'm just asking. Right, Malachite and Therma we've done. Let's ask about Mundy, just in case.
I gave Sapphire
Fingers
Mundy's
crossed.
description in the hope that she'd seen him
Notebook.
around.
Animates the
Don't
pages.
ring
Oh,
no
that would
bells,
be
honey,
lovely.
but that don't mean much. We get lots of humans through here, and they all look the same to me.
Bugger. Yeah, they did
Do
have
you
to
know
strip
anything
some
about
things
the
back.
Milka?
Like, I'm not
Ask
huge
too
on
many
the
questions
animations
and
and
a
the
girl loses
general
interest.
pitch of the visuals. But you... Yeah, they've got a bit too realistic. I'd have really enjoyed it. As in the first two Discworld games. That would have been good. Oh, actually, I'm gonna ask her about these.
I didn't think the scrap had been torn off intentionally.
No, I wasn't examining it. Stop it. I need to... Okay. Right.
Does this mean anything to you?
Ask too many questions.
No. Doesn't mean anything to it. Wonder about this one. I'll ask anyway, even if she's just going to say, ask too many questions and a girl loses interest. Come on. Up we get.
Can you read this?
Ask too many.
No. Okay. Right. Fine. You get back in there. You... I think that's everything that's in here. Apart from the notice board. But we've got some other stuff to be asking about. I mean, all in all, this version is near 100%. Yeah. Yes, 3 discs, 3 CDs for PC. 1 DVD if you got the DVD-ROM case.
I would.
Oh, there's a bar.
The bar looked almost as appealing as every other bar in town to me. But the drinks didn't exactly fill you with confidence.
Okay, we can go. So we've got a few other things to be getting on with. We've got a few more clues, and we've got Rodin's workshop. I thought that was the mausoleum then, but it's not. I remember we need a map or something. Bonus point. Before Veterinary, it was Winder, and before Winder, it was Snapcase. Maybe. These are getting tougher. I like it though. I like the tough ones. This has taken a moment to load, hasn't it? I don't like this. Don't crash. Please don't crash. It's all gone very quiet. You should never have said it was running fine. I know, Purple, I know. Oh, no. Have we saved? We haven't saved, Donkey. Oh! Snapcase was the last, and then Winder before that. Right, I'm going to open up the PlayStation. I'm going to... Yeah, disc's okay. Give it a bit of a polish. Pop it back in. It's spinning. Come on, PlayStation, do your thing. Gutted. I'm going to pray to the machine god. Oh, I do like a bit of Warhammer. Oh. No! That's an hour and a half. An hour and a half we've been going. I should have saved it. This is what happens when you use old hardware. Yeah. Not as bad as the time I'd been playing Hitman for 3 weeks. Come on. At least it will be quick. Quickish. Hitman for you and Pokemon Blue for your brother will hold me forever. Oh. I don't want to turn it off because I can hear it still. Whizzing around. I had to save more and more as my PC version of Noir got older and older. March of technology is merciless. It is. Oh, don't do this to me, please, please. Okay. Oh, dear Terry Pratchett, please look down upon this PlayStation, and just like make it work. I can hear it going. That's the thing. It's the rather annoying thing. Is I can hear it trying its best. Come on. Come on, little guy. You can do it. No, it doesn't look good at all. Turn it upside down. It is upside down. It's making some really weird noises now. The little PlayStation that could. Come on. See, it is spinning. Give it a spin for luck. Oh, just do it, please. The arcane rituals we have to go through back in the day. Kids don't know. The big grey brick. Yeah. I had a big grey brick first, and I loved it. if this loads, the first thing we're doing is saving it. Trying the flip trick. Really not keen on that noise. I think it's gone. Donkey, I think you're right. I don't want you to be right, but I think you are. See, Rune, you could have had an extra hour and a half in bed and been no further behind. And I feel bad for that. One last jiggle of the buttons. Is that a Judge Dredd tattoo? No, I think you saw the... although a Judge Dredd one would be good. That's the shield thingy. Turned it off. Oh no! I have a feel. I was just going to sit here in silence until people got back. You're back from the ad. Excellent news. I turned it off. No ad, I think, because you're subscribed with Prime, or any subscription will do. But I think subscribers don't get ads. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure. You are special because you sub, and I mean married. But apart from that, you do get ads sometimes. I haven't got a clue. Maybe you get fewer ads. Sneaky says we don't get ads. Right. I wanted to wait until everybody was back from the ad because we're playing on a PlayStation, so you get the PlayStation intro. I mean, I like to think that makes up for something, so I'm going to turn the volume up. We're going to have the PlayStation intro. Well, it crashed. We've got to do it all again. Am I happy about it? No. No, I'm not. Can you speed run? Ish. I'm one of the 10 people that pays for YouTube Premium because it's my main entertainment. I hate ads. Nice. Save frequently, for God's sake. Yeah, 100%. You get to see all the intros, though. Maybe it's the God's will. Like, I mean, I'm going to check. I'm going to check just in case. But there's no autosave. Almost as iconic as the dial tone we wanted to... That one. I'm going to skip past that. We've seen it. I'd like to think that was a really good impression of the internet. Yeah. There we go. Look how old this game was. Should not have done that. Yeah, it's like 24 years old.
Since I started work.
That's quite good. We can skip through conversations, and it's relatively fast.
I'd been...
So that's a bit quicker. Right, okay.
Mr. Luton.
I hoped I Still,
Just
it
press
wasn't
triangle,
every day
skips
that a
past all of
beautiful
it.
woman offered me a
Questions to
kiss.
pass the time,
Frankly, it
please,
wasn't-
Rune. If anybody has any Pratchett trivia questions, if someone joins now, yeah, to be fair, that it wouldn't be a good time to join. If somebody joins now, please make them feel very welcome. And, yeah, just make them feel very welcome. What tragic event that kept Lance Corporal Nobbs away from his watch duties allegedly happened on several... Oh, the death of a grandmother? Can't remember if it's mother or father. Think it's mother. Pretty sure it's grandmother died on 7 separate occasions one year.
The wharf was on the upmark.
We're just skipping past dialogue now. His grandmother's funeral. Oh, I'm gonna say I got that one. Just because I want more points, and I've got 2 out of 7 wrong, and that's bad. I do like the fact that you can just skip. Skippity skip. Oh no, I didn't mean to skip, because I need to ask him about the other things still. But yeah, if anybody... 8 out of 9 because of the bonus. What was the bonus?
Still here.
Not for much longer.
Notebook. I would only have trivia based on knowledge of the games. That's fine, Edgehead. It's not a problem. To be fair, I just love a quiz. So if you've got general knowledge trivia, that's fine.
What was...
Mysterious Passengers. Monday. We got an extra notebook thing. Inquisitive Stranger. No. Milker. And that should tell me that the captain's in the Ankh. See, we can get through it quite fast. This is perfect Discworld humour. I love it. The 2 patricians. Oh, excellent news. Excellent news. I did get those ones. I was quite happy to get those ones. Yeah, Mad Lord Snapcase. Lord Winder. And I can't remember any of the others. They are there, though. Right, that is all I have to ask him about. Time to head off. To Rick's Cafe... No, not Rick's Cafe American. Cafe Ankh. Tell you what, that was much quicker than it was kind of going there. And that little skip the walk button works really nicely as well. And I'm going to take the crowbar and skip that. Skip that. We've got a crowbar. Let's go, Luton. Let's go. Come on. We might have crashed. It hopefully will not take us an hour and a half to get back to where we were. If it does take us an hour and a half to get back to where we were, I'm going to be sad. We can skip past this, can we? I don't think we can skip this. What unusual currency was Constable Downspout paid? Pigeons. It was pigeons, wasn't it? I hope it was pigeons. Save. I will, Donkey, I will. Excellent news. We'll have to speak to Nobby a little bit. Every time that loading screen comes up now. Every time. Pigeons! Yes!
I guess...
Vimes. And then asking him any question, I believe, should give me...
Do you know... Has there...
Oh, no. It won't be... It'll be asking him specifically about the Milker, I think. Gives me that.
Wait. Have you...
There we go. It gives me some mysterious murders and the Milker. We can get through that. Save this game. Saving game. That'll knock off 10 minutes if we have to reload. And yeah, I mean, we were talking about subs earlier because they don't give ads, but I did want to say thank you to those who do sub. It really does help out with like putting back. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pixel Bandits as a whole, because we have monthly upkeep for like the website and all that kind of stuff. We 100% run at a bit of a loss, but I do it because I love it.
Unfortunately.
And I love spending time with you folks. But it does help it not be so much of a chore, if you know what I mean. Right, we've got to ask him about the things. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for the people who do. And anybody who is here, to be honest. In Discworld 2, in need of the croquet mallets, what 3 things does Rincewind replace them with? A stuffed flamingo, a hammerhead shark, a flamingo, a hammerhead shark, oh,
What do you know about a woman named...
that last one's got me.
On your last voyage, there were 3 passengers, right?
Oh, isn't it just, is it like a wading bird? It's a wading bird. Hammerhead shark, flamingo, wading bird.
You seem to know.
Right, he doesn't know anything about the thingy. A stuffed flamingo, a pelican. The pelican was the wading bird. I'm pretty sure it's called wading bird in the game.
The milk.
And that does bode well for when we do go back to play Discworld 2. Right, let's... Is that anything? Have we got anything else? Mysterious murders.
Do you know any...
He doesn't know anything about the mysterious murders. And I think that's it, isn't it? I swear the notebook was a bit fuller last time we were here. If Nobby's gone, I think that's a sign that we've done okay and we've got all we need to. I think. Yep, straight down, straight down. You're correct, the game does call it waiting, but yes! Get in! Cash back. Sidopolis Yard, try, but Nobby's not there yet. Come back later. Then we go to Luton's office. And there's nothing in there this time, so we leave. And then we go to the docks. Sorry, the wharf. Do apologise. Warp speed 9, Mr. Wharf. Then we go there. Then we use the crowbar. A little crowbar, then we get into the little hold. All day long I'd get into a crate if I was a private eye. What was considered a retirement present from your old friends at the Watch? That was a watch. A watch from your old friends at the Watch that Carrot was going to present to Captain Vimes.
Like being jammed into a crate full of rats and loaded onto the ship. What's your name then, little fellow?
During Men-at-Arms? Carrot had bought it, got it inscribed, because Vimes was going to retire.
Dark and dank. And I couldn't... That I wasn't...
I can't remember which book it was.
I pulled the label out of the record.
Can't remember which book.
It had writing on it that I couldn't understand.
Yeah, it's got writing on it that you didn't understand. However, we've got it. And that's all that we need. We got it. If you are just joining the stream now, apologies. We played for an hour and a half. After playing for an hour and a half, the game crashed and we hadn't saved. So we're just kind of trying to get back to where we were. So it's a painful old ride, but we're skipping past everything and just going as fast as we can. Sorry if you're just joining us. We will get there and it will have normal service resuming soon.
I searched...
Found a cardboard. It had a 6 or a 9 on it. It was hard to say. And then we should get thrown off the ship. Excellent news. We got thrown off a ship. And then there's the dwarf. And when he starts speaking, we can skip, skip, skip. Brilliant. Look, whoever put that skip button in, if you worked on this game, if you worked on Discworld, and you put in that triangle skips that whole section bit, I appreciate you. I really genuinely appreciate you. Right, back out, Luton. And now we can get to Sidopolis Yard. Oh, Purple, thank you hugely. That is amazing. Now we watch you speed through the puzzles like a pro. How did he solve it so fast? That's just me. It's because when it crashed, when they were testing the game. Sidopolis Yard. We should be able to go there now. And then we ask Nobby about the things. And then we just skippity skip. Sorry, animations. You are not my favourite of the Discworld games, but you were worked on by somebody who obviously loved you. Hello again, Nobby. Have a chat with him. Mr. Vimes will go spare. Carlotta. Oh, he did a lot of don't know anything on a lot of these.
I don't... Has there...
He doesn't know. Alkali. Right. Alkali's done. Then skip. Onto the murders. Crack team working on them. Nobby is one of those crack team of investigators. Mundy. Oh, the Mundy case, no. Down a little bit. Mundy. Never heard of him. And Milker. Not learned anything about the Milker. I think that was everything from Nobby. I think. So we're getting to move on. We're doing okay. We're all... There's Malachi. We're almost back to where we were. I will, Purple. I will. I don't like having to overwrite it. I'm going to need to clear out some save data so that I can have a rolling save pattern. This isn't quite where it crashed because we haven't got Rodan's thing done yet. We'd gone to the purple parrot first. The octarine parrot, sorry, not purple. And we'd had a chat with Morkan? Morkan? Notice board. Have a look at it. There's stuff there. Have a look at it. There's stuff there. Speak to Mankin. Getting there. Very small-headed orcs. Speak to him. Can I help you? Yes. I want to have a chat. Octarine Parrot, Mankin, Sapphire. So quick. Thank you, whoever put it in. Dear God. That's Malachite. That's Therma. Do you think they put it in because they knew it was going to crash?
Do you know anything about the recent murders?
I don't think I get anything from him, but I just want to be safe. So I'm just going to go through and ask about all of these bits. And then Mundy and the Milker.
If you are.
Right, cool. All done, and then we go and speak to Sapphire. Thank you very much, everybody, for bearing with us. Nice quality of life stuff in this game, absolutely.
Can we talk?
Yeah, waggling the tongue. Yeah, I do think, Donkey, that they did put it in simply because they were like, oh, this crashes. Oh, no. I needed to speak to her. I accidentally went back too far. Have a chin wag. Speak about Sapphire. Speak about Mankin. Get the notebook out. Speak about Mundy. Speak about the Milker.
F2.
Yep, she's already lost interest. Right, okay, yeah. Getting there. I think that's the game's way of saying, don't ask about the other case, but I'm going to.
Sap.
Right, come on, mysterious passengers. We're almost back where we were. Was it after being here that we went straight to Rodan's workshop? That's where we've just unlocked Rodan's workshop. So I have a feeling, and then we can ask her about Madame. Oh, no. Oh, no. Stop it. I'm going too quick. Trying to go too quick. Madame Lodestone. I believe this is where we were. It's a lot faster at saving than Discworld 1 was. A lot faster at saving, which is good. Because Discworld 1's save length really worried me. We have saved. It couldn't possibly be slower. Yeah, that's a very good point. Right, we have saved it. How many blocks does Noir? Noir takes 2 blocks, so it's not that bad. Right, we're in. We don't have to skip anymore. I think we got everything that we had before. There's Malachite in the back, just up there. You can just see him. Let's have a look at the statue. We're going to have a good look at it. We're just going to walk in, not talk to him. Stare at a statue. Okay, can't do anything with it.
Reason to steal Rodan's statue.
Speak to Rodan then, I guess.
You wouldn't happen to be Rodan, would you? Ah.
Just checked PS1 mouse. Is it cheap, Purple? Because I was looking and they seemed quite expensive. Unless we both have a different idea of what is cheap.
Take your time.
How much have you seen it for? Because I was genuine. £17. That is okay. I was seeing them about 40.
How can I be sure?
Beats me. I had a note from my mother the day they did philosophy at school.
You must conceive form in depth.
Why?
That's Nigel Planer.
I don't remember.
It figures.
What do you make of this?
I stared at the statue he was working on. Face to face with art, we shuffle our feet and apologize. We say, I don't know much about art, but I know what I like. Well, most people do. I can't even say I know what I like. But that's not the point. The point is that if knowing what you like is good...
Did you work out the other voice other than Nigel Planer? Not yet. You'll have to poke me when somebody else that they voice comes on. Give me a poke.
I guess people don't like to look
the only PS1 games with PS1 mouse
Personally,
I was
I
going to
think
say was
art's
Red Alert
for
1.
guys who couldn't do basic maths.
Do you like it?
Not the original Command and Conquer. You couldn't do it on that.
Art. Sometimes I could be such a coward.
Broken Sword 1 and 2, mouse compatible. Discworld Noir is and 2 and 1. Discworld 1, 8 memory card blocks. Absolute disgrace. What else could be? Oh, I thought Front Mission might be, but it's not. I'm not sure what else could be. Tish prawn nonsense. Right. Sorry, I wasn't listening to any of that, Rodan. I do apologise.
So you're a
I'm listening
sculptor,
now.
then.
Oh, Baby Rune. Give Baby Rune a cuddle for us.
Yes. Yes. I'm reasonably sure
More expensive in the States. Cheapest is $35.
Something like that, anyway.
Why do I get the feeling that you aren't going to be much good at small talk?
Right, okay, cool. So, let's delve into the notebook and ask him about things like Malachite.
You know a troll named Malachite?
Ooh.
Malachite. It sounds...
I wouldn't have guessed Robert Llewellyn. I know, well, I don't know him personally, but I know Robert Llewellyn well.
I think he works for me.
Rodan,
He did
really
work
bad
for
memory,
me.
apparently.
No, I think he must still work for me. Look, there he is over there.
I will ask about Therma.
Do you know anyone named Therma?
Yeah, no, where do I know that name from?
It wasn't hard to lose patience with Rodan.
Yeah, I've lost
Tell
patience
you
with him
how
already.
it took him by complete surprise.
Okay, nothing there.
Have you heard of a troll named Madame Lodestone?
He is tough to speak to. I'd forgotten that.
Madame Lodestone, the fount of all relief. Relief, relief to be observed and not outlined.
Remember the PC version where you had to wait for the statue
Relief
tools? I remember
towards
that,
determination.
and it was horrible.
That's the main thing. To hope, tremble, to be drunk. It's a man's life in the Imperial Artists.
You're not making any sense.
Sorry.
I don't know, like... I don't really know what they want from me on this one in here, and what I'm kind of meant to be asking him about, because he doesn't really seem to know much about anything. But I'm going to ask him about the mysterious
You wouldn't
murders
happen to
anyway.
know anything about the recent murders, would you?
Oh, murders.
No, he doesn't.
Yes.
Yeah, the PC version was the version that I played back in early 2000s.
Murders. When people are killed.
PS1,
No. Don't
pretty much on
anything
par
about
with what I
that.
remember.
Sorry.
Some bits, like that, the tools spinning and things, I think were cut out for processing. But also, I'm really happy that they were.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
Yeah. No, where do I know that name from?
Did I already ask him
It
about
wasn't
these things?
hard to lose patience
One
with
of the few
Rodan.
times to be thankful for lesser hardware, 100%.
Probably took him by
Yeah.
complete surprise.
It was quite nice when they got through. Right, okay, no, I've asked him about all this. I'm just going to skip out, and I'm going to go and speak to Malachite. See, the animation in this, pretty decent. Pretty decent. Right, Malachite.
You're a tough troll to find, Malachite. You could say something. Okay, so I'll do the talking.
Okay, I'm going to try and use the
So how you been
talky
keeping,
bit.
Malachite? Okay, I guess you don't want to talk about that.
I could never tell
where
if
you're
the
staying at
white
the
things
moment?
were eyes or teeth. I'm pretty sure they're eyes now.
I guess you're not going to talk about that either. Heard any good jokes recently?
No, nothing.
How many trolls does it take to change a lamp wick?
Go on.
Want me to give you a clue?
Right, we can tell him if I click on Therma with that, it takes me to the Therma case. That's quite nice.
It'd be really useful if you could tell me something about
Never thought
Therma
about that.
I could
Now it
use
won't
to
leave
find
you.
her.
Never thought about what.
Find Therma.
Did I say
Yes, I
something
know that
profound, or
part.
did Luton say
But I
something
need
good?
some leads
Probably
if I'm
Luton.
going to find her.
Find Therma.
It's his teeth. The white things are his teeth.
Malachite wasn't being very helpful.
Because the
But he was
eyes,
tall
when
and
he is
frightening, so I
talking,
guess everyone
the
had
eyes are just
something
above.
going for them.
So they are teeth.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think Therma might be dead. Her house collapsed.
Because if you look
She's
at
been
just
gone a
above
while.
when he's talking, Blade
you
Runner,
going to
I
say
don't.
something?
Purple, no.
Need to see
You can see the eyes
the
now.
body.
The body.
Find
Right, I need to find her body. Her body is in, I believe, the Salaci Mausoleum, but
Okay, the body.
you can't go in there without having a map or a guide or something. I remember you get lost in it. It's a bit like, I think, the... I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. It's a little bit like the forest in Monkey Island when you go into it and you can't, like, you won't find your way. And it'll just quit out. Right, let's go, Luton. I'm not getting any more from him, I don't think. Is there anything that I can tea leaf from this place? I don't think so. I haven't looked at Rodan, actually. I'll have a bit of a look at Rodan.
At first glance, Rodin looked like a typical sculptor. On closer examination, I decided he was much less.
Oh, I need to get my Rohan flag tattoo. I'm going to get the Rohan horsey, lovely design. I'm going to get that done on, like, collarbones, I think, and down. I think it's going to look lovely. Same as the voodoo head for Finding LeChuck's ship. 100%, yeah. You won't get there if you haven't got it. That's the second biggest monkey head I've ever seen. Right, Ultramarine Parrot. Somebody said somebody was at the Cafe Ankh. I'm going to go and have a look. I might be wrong, but I doubt it. Come on, get on with it. Oh, there's somebody up in the, like... There's somebody up there that I don't think is the captain of the ship.
I thought I told you never to... Ilsa.
Ilsa.
I thought I would never see her again. I prayed that I'd never see her again. But either the gods didn't listen, or they were having a laugh at my expense. Knowing the gods of the Discworld, I had a pretty good idea which. Play it again, Sam. You know what? No one's ever going to believe you said that.
That's quite good. If you're not seeing the crossover between this and Casablanca, you're not trying hard enough.
How long has it been?
Too long.
That's funny. I was thinking that it wasn't long enough.
Aren't you pleased to see me?
Sure. Like a jellyfish praying for the tide to come in.
What's that supposed to mean?
If I always knew what I meant, I'd be a genius.
Back then, you always knew what to say.
I still know what to say. I just choose not to.
Ooh.
You're getting a big kick out of making me feel cheap, aren't you? Well, maybe I had it coming.
And the Maltese Falcon. What a film the Maltese Falcon is. And The Big Sleep. The Big Sleep was a hell of a film. Big Sleep was brilliant. Maltese Falcon was brilliant. I mean, it's not quite the film noir, but The African Queen, I'm a big Bogart fan. Key Largo, oh, amazing films. I've got them all on DVD. But yeah, if you're not seeing any resemblance between this and Casablanca, you're not trying hard enough. We can have a bit of a chinwag.
I spent years rehearsing what I'd say if I saw you again. What I'd ask you.
How's your memory for remembering the correct answer?
What you'd say.
Purple, come on, give me some Monkey Island sword fighting prompts.
And I just want to slap you. Just once. Across the cheek.
What will that prove?
That I still haven't forgiven you.
You're not making this easy, Luton.
Did you think I would? Did you think I'd just come bouncing up to you like a trained puppy? Maybe I'd wag my tail and wait for you to throw me a stick. Well,
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you. It's not starting well, Purple. It's not starting well. I don't think I know that one.
That's cruel.
Not as cruel as the day you left me.
Oh.
What made
The
you
song.
ask for that song?
I was feeling sentimental.
Yeah, it's not started well, has it, Purple?
Still remember me?
I don't know that as much as I know
I
Discworld.
don't know.
But you managed to leave. I figured you'd probably manage to forget as well.
Never.
I tried to forget you. I tried to forget the day you left. I
How did he
tried to
smell?
forget the good times. I tried
Awful.
to drown your memory in cheap whiskey.
Monkey
Did you
Island is yours. I
forget?
do like
I
Monkey
don't
Island.
remember.
I
I
still remember.
very much enjoy it.
That's what the song means to me. It's everything that's good about our time together.
You got lucky, Elsa. You got all the good memories,
Mm.
and I got all the bad.
It didn't have to be like that.
It's always like that.
Old
I
times. Let's
suppose
talk
you
about
have
old
some
times.
explanation for what you did. Some pat excuse that'll make everything all
Oh, I
right.
don't think it is going to
There's
make
no
everything all
excuse
right.
for what I did.
At least we agree on one thing.
Why do you hate me so much?
Because I had everything when I had you. And when you left, you took everything with you. It's easy to hate someone who took it all away from you.
It hurts to hear you talk like this.
Good.
Little bit nasty. Not needed. She did break his heart, though. Right. We can, I suppose, just try and
What
ask
do you
her,
know
just in
about a
case.
woman named Carlotta?
I've not met them. Sorry.
Nice and easy. Ooh, was she one of the mysterious
So,
passengers?
You came in on the
Yeah.
Milka, did you?
Yes.
Alone.
No. I came with a companion.
Alphonse.
Figures.
What?
Women like you are never alone.
I've been alone.
Easier one
You
then.
know
You fight like a
nothing
dairy
about
farmer.
loneliness. You know nothing about what it's like to not know why you've been abandoned. You don't know what it's like to watch
I've just
your
got you fight
career
like a
slip
cow
away
stuck in my head, but
because
it's got a
the
rhyme,
one
hasn't
thing
it?
you care about has been taken from you.
Taught you everything you
What
know.
it's like to spend years going into restaurants and asking for a table for one.
You don't eat in restaurants.
Okay, but if I did,
Ooh, well done, Sneaky.
Why did you ask about
I
the
could have
Milka?
sworn they had to
you
rhyme.
came aboard in Ecclepon, right? With a man.
Yes. His name's
Also
Touconquez.
correct.
How did you know?
It's my job
Nice.
to know.
You're being paid to find out where people board ships?
No, I'm a private investigator.
Oh, nice. We've got it crossed out, so we don't have anything more to ask about that. I really like that mechanic. I really like that
I've never
mechanic.
had a dwarf around asking questions.
I'm sorry, Luton. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, cool. Alkali.
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
I've not met them.
I like the short ones. If you don't know it, we don't have to
You
go
know
on
a
about it.
song
Let's
by
just
the
get
name
it
of
done.
Malachite?
I've not met them. Sorry.
Do you know anyone named Therma?
I've
I've
not
not
met
met them.
them.
Sorry.
Ilsa had told me she was traveling with a man named Two Conkers.
Two conkers.
For now, that was all I needed to know.
Okay. Right, let's... Ooh, that's moving a bit snappily. Let's ask
Tell me
about
one
mysterious
thing,
murders.
Ilsa. Are you involved in these murders?
What?
The murders. They started when you arrived in town.
I can't believe that you would think such a thing. That's terrible.
It's
I mean,
possible,
I know
though.
I've done some bad things, but I've never killed anyone in all my life.
Just checking.
Is that the last page? No, we can ask her about Malachite, just in case.
Do you know a
Just so I
tribe
can
by the
tick
name
off
of
the list, pretty
Malachite?
much.
I've not met them. Sorry.
I'm almost
Do
certain
you
this
know
is going to be
anyone named
exactly the
Therma?
same answer.
I've not met them. Sorry.
That piece of paper. Cynic.
Have you heard of a singer named
Nerd.
Lone
Yes.
Stone?
I've not met them.
I
Sorry.
keep forgetting to go back to my inventory and ask about the inventory stuff as well.
Can you read this?
Yes. It says Pier 5.
What language?
Agatean.
How do you know an obscure language
Nerd.
like that?
Yes.
Actually, Touconquez is from the counterweight continent. I learnt it from him.
I thought that people weren't allowed to leave the Agatean Empire.
All things have freed up these days.
I'd be careful who you tell about Two Conkers, Ilsa.
Why?
People can be funny about foreigners, and there's always been rumors about the Empire. They say they use powerful magic there. The last time one of them arrived here, the city got burned down.
Two Conkers isn't going to burn the city down.
You
Yeah,
know
of course. Color of Magic
I know
/ Light Fantastic
But
ish.
the average man on the street doesn't know that. They see the unknown as a threat.
Why? Two Conkers is harmless. No one's that stupid.
Let me let you in on a little-known secret. You know how stupid the average person is?
I think so, yes.
Well, statistically, half of them are even dumber than that.
If you're wondering why I look so shocked, it's because I quoted that last night, and I've never been able to remember where I got that from. That is amazing. And great work, nerd. Great work. I wouldn't have even thought about it. I'd have completely forgotten about it.
On the Milka. Does it mean anything to you?
A piece of cardboard with a number on it?
I think
What was the quote? It was
with Monday.
If you've constructed murder
One
and a
moment.
giant conspiracy out of that, I'm going to be very impressed.
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
I can't remember why, but it came up about just kind of the general public, and people not being able to do things or follow a process, make it idiot-proof. Oh, we were saying our friend had tried to make something idiot-proof, but it hadn't quite worked. And I said, you've got to remember how stupid the average person is, and then remember that half of the people are more stupid than that. But the actual quote was statistically, half of them are more stupid than that, or somewhere around there. That is, I think, all we're going to get from Ilsa. But if we go back, there was somebody up in this bit up here. That.
Hello again.
Oh.
Hello yourself.
We've gone. It was Captain Jenkins straight up into there. I didn't mean to. George Carlin used that. Oh, George Carlin was brilliant. Best save, Tim. Yes. Riot, Tim. Yes. Yes, overwrite. You know what, as well? After it's saved, I'm going to go and I'm going to delete. I've got some Gran Turismo data that I can... We're drift compatible. Right, it definitely saved it. So, you lovely, lucky people get to see the PlayStation 1 intro again. Isn't that lovely? Does this bring back some memories? It was. I was saying to somebody earlier, the PlayStation 1, I think, is my... When I think of nostalgia, it is the PlayStation console. Right, delete. I've got my Discworld 1 save. I've got Discworld Noir save. Not deleting that. Gran Turismo save data. I've selected Gran Turismo. It says Gran Turismo data. Making absolutely sure. Bye. Oh, if you didn't know, by the way, this is fancy. This is just something to know. I think it's all 4 shoulder buttons. Let's try this. Got my Gran Turismo save data back. I never knew this at the time, but if you delete something accidentally, so there it is. I've said yes. It's gone. It's completely gone. I didn't know about this until 30 years after I got a PS1. All 4 shoulder buttons. Boop. Magic. That was... If you follow Pixel Bandits on TikTok, which you definitely should, because we're all young, we're all cool, we're all on TikTok. I did a video about this a while back. But seeing as we're here, I just thought I'd let everybody know. Right, Gran Turismo game data. Delete that. And then... And we all know that you can like use Gran Turismo, Grand Theft Auto as an audio CD, yeah? Wish I knew this when I was young. His sister deleted Final Fantasy save. Oh no. I believe... Sure, young. I believe that you couldn't have gone out of it I think you couldn't have gone out of it. I think you had to be in the utility still. But if the wrong one disappears and you're like, oh, I didn't mean to click on that one. I was never cool. You're cool now, Rune. You woke up at 4:30 to watch a middle-aged British guy play a 90s point-and-click video game. Definitely cool. You walked in the room and she did it. Oh, yeah, you could have got it back. Could have got it back. Guessing it saved the just deleted saves in RAM, which could clear. Something like that, I would think. I don't know the exact details behind it. Resume game. Cafe Ankh. Are you sure you wish to load? Yes, load. And no save and watch twice. Yeah. Right, we got our thing, and now I can do a rolling save pattern. You missed why we restarted. Sorry, I went back because I needed to clear Gran Turismo data. Because I don't like just having a single save. I like having a rolling save just in case it corrupts. That's me being paranoid. Son took your computer, so you had to switch to phone. Oh no! I hope he's playing something good or watching something good. Yeah, don't worry, we haven't gone all the way back. But I really don't like not having a rolling save pattern. And I can fit on, because I deleted the Gran Turismo data, I can fit on another 2 now, I think. Right, I can go to Pier 5 now. Excellent. We are genuinely making some progress in this. We've got about 40 minutes left of the stream-ish. Watchman. Let's have a chat to the Watchman. I think that's just a warehouse watchman, not night watchman guards.
Wow, you're sharp.
More Nigel Planer.
People never work that out. I mean, there are so many reasons that I might want to be out here on a pier in the middle of
Yeah, Tim, I worked in tech support for a good 10 years or so.
That I'm a watchman.
You were 10.
Well done.
Yeah, I was 12, I think, ish. Yeah, 13-ish. Yes, I worked in tech support for a solid 10 years or so. And then until relatively recently, I was working as a writer for a tech company. So I was writing about tech support.
Let me guess.
Good fun. Good fun.
Not only are you the watchman for this
So them hands even back in the 90s. I was thinking, goddamn, yeah. The visuals in this are not my favourite.
You're good. I'll give you that. Sharp as a pancake. What brings you here?
Research. I'm on an investigation.
You with the watch?
No. I work alone.
So you're a criminal.
AI generated.
This is Ankh-Morpork. We're all guilty of something.
AI is
I'm
just...
not.
AI's gone weird.
Pure as the driven snow.
Oh, yeah? Well, you've just directly violated the patrician's laws about groundless metaphor. What? Well, can you prove to me that you're as pure as snow?
Ah, but that wasn't a metaphor. That was a simile.
Because, of course, the patrician is going to be swayed by a pedantic defense like that.
I guess you have a point.
Is that it? That's it. That's it. We got the quote. I can't remember who said earlier there was that quote. Yeah, AI's gone weird. It's not quite as bad as NFTs. NFTs were just laughable from the start. But AI is... I try using it. But it's just vague and wishy-washy and not good. Not good.
What do you know about a woman?
It was you, Tim.
Carlotta?
Sorry, I don't get to socialise much with this job.
NFTs were the most hilarious scam you've seen.
The night
They were.
work.
They were laughable from the very beginning, especially the pictures when people were like, "Oh, I own this digital art," and you're like, "Right, screenshot, done." Okay. Oh, one thing that need to do very quickly because I forgot I hadn't turned the music volume down in this save. Oh, is it? No, voice I want up. Right, cool. And then I can talk to him again. Sorry about that.
I've got a few more questions.
That's lucky.
Okay, cool. Stranger. Let's have a look. Are they still a thing? Not really. People tried to make them a thing. The NFT bros and crypto bros are still kind of trying. But no, AI is the next thing, and that at the moment for me is still too wishy-washy. It's not right. If you want factual stuff, it doesn't work. If you want creative stuff, it doesn't work.
Do you know a troll by the name of Malachite?
Sorry,
I think that's the answer we're going to get quite a bit for this.
job. It's
On your radio show. Rune, you've got a radio show. That is amazing.
Do you know anyone named Therma?
Oh no.
Sorry,
I hadn't.
Don't get to socialise.
The having a radio show thing was so amazing. I skipped past the fact that you were having it with somebody who was all in on NFTs, and my condolences for that.
Do you know
It's a community. That's pretty special. I'd say that makes it even more special. That's pretty cool.
Sorry, I don't get to socialise much
With this job, yeah.
It's the night work, you know.
Okay, so we haven't got much on any of those. Maybe we can ask him about the mysterious murders. We might get something a little bit more.
About the recent murders in Ankh-Morpork?
That's nothing to do with me.
There's nothing really. I'll ask him about the label.
Have you seen any labels like this before?
Oh.
Okay, getting somewhere.
Where?
On crates.
Brilliant.
I have this inescapable feeling that I could try and get some useful information out of you about this, but that it wouldn't be worth the time and effort I'd have to spend on the way.
I'd go with that feeling if I were you.
I think that's a pretty wise thing to do. I will try him with the 6, just in case.
Does this mean anything to you?
That's nothing to do with me.
Right, I'm gonna try and get in. I don't think I'll manage it. I think he will stop me.
If it wasn't for the watchman, I could probably get in through the doors. As it was, I needed another plan.
Cool, we're gonna have to maybe go around. Ha ha ha. Nobody's given me a Discworld quiz question in a little while now. Just letting you know. Okay, this is so dark. So dark. Let me Google. Excellent. It's actually pretty easy. Went to a local station with a pitch and they gave us a time slot. 10-year anniversary, a decade. That is amazing, Rune. That's a really nice thing. Like, what kind of things do you cover on Radio Show? There is nothing. Skylight, can we get to it? Can we shimmy up the drain pipe? Oh, look, how professional, by the way. How professional is this? On the telly box thing.
Climber, and the warehouse wasn't the easiest building to scale. I was going to need some help.
Okay. There's nothing else here, I don't think. I can't see anything else. Can I use... Have I got any... I could try and use a crowbar. But I don't know...
The crowbar would undoubtedly be
Yeah,
useful
it's
in
getting
opening
there.
the skylight.
Pop culture and news. I
have
love
to
it.
Get up there first.
I do love it. See, I just talk about... Oh, mind you, on the new... We're doing Tuesday streams now, aren't we? The later Tuesday shirt. Thank you. This is the logo for our... It's kind of bright. I don't know if you can see it really very well. Bright-ish. For our Spaceship Simulator Elite Dangerous faction that I made like 8 years ago or something now. So far too long. And then, yeah, nice and profesh. That was thanks to Riot Becky in the comments. Love to talk more about gaming, but neither of your co-hosts are gamers. I'll have to come and join you on a. No, I don't even know how it would work. I don't think it's possible. I'm not flying to Australia. Sorry. I mean, I'd love to, but also it's a long way. It is a long way. I want to put this. Oh, I can press that and I get it back. There we go. Oh, the River Ankh. Let's have a look.
The River Ankh. Probably the only river in the universe on which you could chalk the outline of a corpse.
Oh, I love it. I do love this bloody game. Right, let's head back up. How? I can't really... Right, is there anything I can do for the crates?
I couldn't tell what the crates contained, and frankly, I didn't much care.
Nothing else. What have I got? What have I got? Mysterious murders. Oh, I can take that clue. And can I just, like, use it on the Watchmen? And
Do you know anything
that's
about the
nice.
recent murders in
I like
Baltimore?
that. I like that a lot, actually. Oh, Tim, thank you hugely for the follow. I appreciate that. You can listen online 7 to 9 p.m. on a Wednesday. So that would put it... No, it's gone. If my 7 p.m. is your 4 a.m., then we have to go back. Oh, maths. The turtle's name is the Great Atuin Purple. I really like this as just as a... Stop with the... All right, okay, cool, we got it. Ooh, I can ask about the... I hadn't gone back far enough. Let's have another quick natter with him.
I've got a few more questions.
Minus 10. So I'm trying to work out now. 7 p.m. would be... Your 7 p.m. would be my 4 a.m. No, that can't be right. Oh my god. I can't maths.
Let me guess.
5 a.m. Thank you, Purple.
Not only are you the watchman for this warehouse, but you are so bored that
Can you send me the
the
link and I will try... Sorry, your question is on your computer with your son.
Good. I'll give you that.
Mini Rune.
Sharp as a pancake. What brings you here?
Research.
We've done that bit. I'm going to skip past it. Let's go into the Mundy case. And let's ask about Mundy.
When I gave Mundy's description to the
Ooh.
watchman, he became animated. Well, not animated, but more animated than he had been.
That's the one. He tried to break into the warehouse the other night.
You're sure?
Or maybe I just like stringing you along for fun.
What happened?
I scared him off.
Good man. Troll.
I'd like to know where he is now, though. It doesn't look good to have people get away with breaking into a place like this. Bad for our reputation.
Oh, I'm sure.
I knew I'd missed something.
Because everyone respects you, and this would just put
What
a
are the
total
elephants'
stop to all those
names?
dinner party invitations.
Boy, watch it.
No. No, that has stumped me, Edge.
Heard of the Milka?
Completely
Sure.
stumped me.
Put it in my coffee,
It's a
Oh, okay. The Watchman's passed the
Yeah.
vibe check.
I know. Just winding you up.
Well, I'm already about as tightly wound as I'm going to get. Unless you were planning to use me as an alarm clock, I'd start thinking about being cooperative.
Where's the fun in that?
The Milka?
Oh, yeah. All I can tell you is that they unloaded their cargo here.
I'd love to look at it.
What was their cargo?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that. That'd be violating Watchman
The Great
cargo
Typhon.
confidentiality.
Typhon sounds like a Star Trek
There's no
reference.
such thing.
Oh, all right.
Cherokee to
I
Bull,
just don't
Tvelia.
want to tell you then. Satisfied?
Ecstatic.
Okay, so we've got a little bit more information. I don't think we've got anything to, like, go on. Oh, did we ask about Madame Lodestone?
Have you heard of a singer named Madame
Inky Blinky
Lodestone?
Pinky Clyde. Tall Narwhal.
Sorry,
the ghosts
I
ghosts
don't
from
get
Pac-Man.
to socialise much with this job. It's the night work, you know.
Why Clyde? Like, I don't know why they went with Clyde. Right, I think that is everything that I'm going to get off that. I haven't got anything that would help me get up to the skylight. I think I'm going to have... Oh, no, that's not what I want. This way. Let's just go and have a look elsewhere. They asked the intern for a name. Is that why? Just went, Clyde? I don't know. But, I mean, fair enough. Especially if they hadn't given him the other names. Rodin's workshop, Luton's office, the Octarine Parrot. I'll pop back to the office and we'll see if there's anything there. Yeah, the loading screen is giving me... I'll save it, Donkey. I'll save it. I'll save it. And we've got 2 empty slots to go through now. We can have a three slot rolling save pattern. Perfect. Have a look in the filing cabinet. See, the animation, even on PS1, is pretty good still. Oh, I didn't mean to that. Use it. Don't just press the walk up to it button.
All I had to do was track down Mundy and tell Carlotta where he was.
Oh, is that something on the floor? A note. Sorry, it's right behind my head. You wouldn't be able to see it.
The note had been pushed under my door by Carlotta.
Luton, I am anxious to see you again and to find out how the case is going. Come to the von Uberwald mansion on Moon Pond Lane. Carlotta von Uberwald.
So, Carlotta was a member of the von Uberwalds.
That's
one of the richest and most reclusive families in Ankh-Morpork.
Angwa's
That explained
sister?
why she could afford to offer to pay me so much. It didn't explain why she hadn't got around to paying me yet. But I could wait. At least until the rent was due.
So she's related to Angwa in some way. We've saved it now. Don't worry, we've saved it. Von Uberwald Mansion. This is another thing that I really like. Most of the things here are really quite easy to see where we can get to, whereas in the other Discworld game, not quite so much. There are many things I love about this game.
I already had a bad feeling about the Mundy case, but learning that my employer was a von Uberwald didn't fill me with confidence. I didn't know the facts about the von Uberwalds, but the rumors were bad enough.
May I help you, sir?
You could let me in for a start.
Very good, sir.
And don't call me sir.
As you wish, sir. May I take your coat and hat, sir?
Thanks.
Nigel Planer again, I believe.
I feel naked without them.
That
She's
must be
married to a
difficult
von
to clean
Uberwald.
them.
Was that a joke?
Who Carlotta's married to a
No,
von
sir,
Uberwald.
It's not my job. I may lie, dissemble or deceive, but I never joke.
Look, I don't want you to take my coat, okay?
But of course, sir. Sir is welcome to drip all over the immaculate hardwood floor that I spent several hours polishing this morning, because Sir is a guest, and Sir is entitled to do whatever Sir wishes.
Right, you know what? Let's have a chat with the butler.
Nice
I reckon the
house.
butler did it.
Sir's taste in architecture must be quite exquisite to so accurately summarize the many splendid cornices and archaic stained glass frescoes of this splendid Lorenzian
That might be
building
Robert
as
Llewellyn.
nice.
Yeah.
You have a gift for making people feel welcome, don't you?
One
I
indeed.
stand corrected, said the man in the orthopedic shoes. My favourite joke ever. With the lead pipe. Right, let's go back from the top. From the
Do you
top.
know anything about a man named Mundy?
Regrettably, sir, I know nothing about that person.
And oh
Do you-
no, sorry. Down a
Do
little
you
bit
know
further.
anything about the Milka?
I'm sorry. I cannot assist, sir, in that matter.
Okay, but we've ticked them off the list.
So what do you make of Carlotta, then?
Sir?
Carlotta. Carlotta von Uberwald. She does live here, doesn't she?
Indeed, sir. Sir is as dogged in his pursuit of the truth as he is determined to warp the incalculably valuable hardwood floor by his persistent dripping.
You're not going to give up on this hardwood floor thing, are you?
As ever, sir is both astute and incredibly stubborn.
What about Carlotta?
She is also quite astute and most definitely stubborn.
What do you think about her, then?
I am not paid to form opinions, sir, merely to perform menial actions such as guarding the hardwood floor, a task I am alas failing in at the current time.
Will
Oh.
you shut up about the hardwood floor?
As sir wishes. I will no longer mention how Sir is irrevocably damaging timber felled by the hand of the 77th Earl of Ankh. Boards that have lain here for longer than Sir has been alive, and that were first laid before Sir's father was even a glint in the eye of his grandfather, whomsoever that may have been.
Oh, I love this guy. He's amazing.
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
Why Sir insists on believing that I know everything that goes on in this house is beyond my comprehension.
The butler does know everything, doesn't he? The butler did it. The
What
butler
do you
knows.
know
That's
about
what
a
it is.
dwarf named Al-Khali?
Regrettably, sir, I know nothing about that person.
Fair enough.
Do you know a troll by the name of Malachite?
Regret.
No, doesn't know. I'm going to skip past it if
Do you
it's
know
just the
anyone
same.
named Therma?
If it's just the same thingy.
Do you know a woman named Ilsa or a man named Two Conkers?
I'm sorry. I can't.
No. Okay. But the murders. The mysterious murders. Let's
Do you know
ask
anything
about those.
the recent murders in Ankh-Morpork?
Like the murder of
I
that
don't know
hardwood
anything
floor.
about any murders, sir.
Right. Oh.
Have you heard of a singer named Madame Lodestone?
Regret.
No. Okay, cool. No, cool. Okay, let's ask him about
I have an invitation from Carlotta.
that.
Ah, Sir is as quick to reach the point of Sir's visit as a tortoise with a war wound is in crossing a very large desert. I will fetch Mistress Carlotta for Sir, provided Sir would be so kind as to wait here and not to touch the valuable and irreplaceable furniture that adorns the room Sir is currently dripping on.
I'll see what I can do.
That butler is wonderful. I love the butler. Right, let's have a look at things. I reckon we can look at that painting.
The painting bore a striking resemblance to Carlotta.
Good. Cool. Good. I guess.
The Duchess Charlotte von Uberwald, née Leopoldine. My predecessor in
Weapons
the
grade snark. I think Carlotta hath arrived.
Oh? Are you a duchess?
No, but the resemblance is impressive, isn't it? My husband was struck by it from the moment I met him.
Where is your husband?
Dear Ulrich passed away
Aw.
during a civil uprising in Uberwald several years ago. Quite a terrible business, actually. Peasants, pitchforks, burning torches, the usual sort of thing.
Hmm.
Usual?
For Uberwald, Certainly.
Fair,
Their
yeah.
ways may seem barbaric, but it's just the way things have always been done. If there wasn't a civil uprising every few years, I do believe the nobility would be most disappointed.
Oh, goody.
Now,
Thank you
putting a
hugely for the
handle on
follow. I
walking a
appreciate
girl's
that. I hope you're
stomach
doing well.
is practically traditional.
I hope you like a bit of Discworld.
Important to you, is it?
Or just
Ever
90s
the
point-and-click
investigator,
adventures.
Luton? Even your employer isn't beyond suspicion.
My old boss used to say that everyone was guilty of something.
And what are you guilty of?
Too many things, sweetie, but nothing you need to know about.
Okay, let's have a chat about
So
Ulrich.
what's the story with you and Ulrich?
Do you believe in love at first sight, Luton?
It saves a lot of time, certainly.
Ulrich fell for me the moment we met. I guess seeing that painting every day probably helped.
Don't sell yourself short. You have a few assets of your own. I'm sure it was an equitable transaction.
You think I married him for his money?
Did you?
Let me tell you something, Luton. I've been rich and I've been poor.
Huge tracts of land.
Did you love him?
Does it matter?
It matters to me.
Maybe I did.
It was,
I guess it depends on what love is.
Oh, what film was it?
Love is a moment of weakness that allows someone to hurt you.
Ooh,
More than you ever
Luton.
thought possible.
I'd say Luton Who
Men
Hurt
were
You, but we
given the
know
strength
who
to
hurt
be
Luton.
brutes to women, and women were given love to wreak their revenge.
Who was she, Luton?
Who?
The one who left you with such a high opinion of women. She must have been quite a gal.
I can still
wanted
just
to
have
know how the
a
case was
random
going.
chat.
A girl's got to have hobbies.
I think I'm getting somewhere.
We're all getting somewhere, Luton. The question is, am I going to like where you're going?
Probably not.
I guess we'll just have to find that out the old-fashioned way.
That's me, an old-fashioned girl.
Like the girl in the picture.
The Duchess? She was quite a trendsetter in her era. She wore her dress so high, you could almost see her ankles.
Ooh.
My heart is pounding at the thought.
Right, let's speak about the
What
Duchess
can you tell
first.
me about the Duchess?
The Duchess Charlotte von Uberwald. Born Charlotte Ameliorati Victoire Tangerine Leopoldine, she married the Duke when she was 13, which was the style at the time. She was considered a risque dilettante by most of the nobility of Uberwald, and rumors abounded that she caused a heart attack that killed the Marquis of Grand Mal when she showed him her naked knees. Her corset was said to be so tight that her first pregnancy went into extra time, and her first and only son had learned his first word by the time he was born.
You're pretty good on
It's a
this
bit worrying.
family history business, then.
I dabble.
And the case.
I don't have much to tell you about the case, I'm afraid.
You still haven't found Mundi?
Not yet. I might do a better job if I had more money at my disposal.
Ah, yes, of course. You haven't been paid yet.
Well, it had crossed my mind.
I'm sure I could sort something out.
I didn't doubt that she could. The question was, would she? And more to the point, when would she?
Okay, let's ask her about the notebook. Now our notebook is actually filled up quite nicely, I think. I like to think. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Mundy case.
Tell me again about Monday.
What's to tell? I've told you all you need to know.
Fine.
Do you know anything about the Milka?
Let's try not to get too sidetracked, Luton.
I don't think that's very sidetracked. I think that's quite on the money, actually.
I wasn't about to ask Carlotta about herself.
I don't think it was a bad idea. I don't think it was a bad idea. It might have been a bad idea, but I don't think it was a bad idea. Down a bit.
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
Let's try not to get too sidetracked, Luton.
That's not sidetracked. That's part of the...
Have you heard of a dwarf who goes by the name of Al-Khali?
No, I haven't.
Never mind. It was a long shot. Do you know a big, dumb troll called Malachite?
I thought all trolls were big and dumb.
Very
This
speciesist.
one pushes new boundaries. Do you know him or not?
No.
No, I don't.
Cool.
Do you know anyone named Therma?
Sorry, Luton. I've never
Guess they didn't
heard
have enough
of
space to say no more than one different way. Yeah.
Do you know a woman named Ilsa or a man named Two Conkers?
them. Be careful, Luton. I
Oh.
don't appreciate people wasting my time.
That was a new one. Mysterious
You
murders.
don't have anything to do with the recent murders.
Why, Mr. Luton, you must think the worst of me.
I think the worst of everyone. That's my job.
Do you think Mundy could have been murdered?
Anyone could be murdered, but speculation is cheap.
And you're not?
I'm not cheap. I'm a bargain.
Mysterious murders, no. Malachi, Madame Lodestone. I'm going to
Have you
ask her
heard of a
about because
singer
she's
named
buried
Madame Lodestone?
in some posh
Sorry,
people's.
Luton. I've never heard of them.
Oh, if she did die, maybe the watch would know. Oh, actually, I can ask her about
Does this mean anything
the scrap.
to you?
Let's try not to get too sidetracked, Luton.
I'm not getting sidetracked. This is genuine,
Can you read this?
helpful stuff.
Let's try not to get too sidetracked, Luton.
Right, okay. I'm going to go off to the watch house and ask about Lodestone.
If Sarah is not too busy, the
Oh,
master of the
crikey.
house wishes a word with you.
And if I am too busy?
The master of the house still wishes a word with you, and I shall be forced to beg.
That sounds like it could be fun.
Did I say beg, sir? I meant resort to violence.
In which case, lead the way.
Okay, I don't remember this bit. What did I just note down in my book? It could be anything. I haven't been paying that much attention to the book. Oh. So this is some kind of greenhouse. Oh.
Mr. Luton.
Strikes some of my brain cells.
My daughter-in-law has retained you to investigate a
Violets would get
certain
blood on the
matter.
expensive hardwood floor.
That's correct.
Oh, Tim.
Then I take it you will be a frequent visitor to my house.
It seems likely.
Do you know who I am?
I know that they call you the Count.
Do you know why they call me the Count? Because I am a Count. Count Henning von Überwald. One of the Blinks von Überwalds, I ought to add, because frankly, Überwald had an uncountable number of counts. And I'm trapped in Ankh-Morpork at the moment because my current infirmity prohibits me from leaving this room.
That doesn't explain why you wanted to see me.
I wish to know what my daughter-in-law has you investigating.
That's between me and her.
No, Mr. Newton, I rather suspect it isn't. You see, Carlotta's hands are not on the von Überwald purse strings, but mine are.
So you're saying I won't get paid unless I tell you what I'm doing?
No, I'm implying that. Whether or not you actually get paid is a different issue.
What's it to you?
I get very bored.
And that's fair, I think, for a man
I'm
trapped in a room like
interested
that.
as to what goes on around me.
All right. I'm tracking someone for her.
Someone who is missing?
That's right. A man named Mundy.
Oh, I see. Very well. If you keep me informed on the progress of the case periodically, I will ensure that you receive payment.
Nice. Okay, well, let's just have a bit of a
So if
chin
I
wag.
keep you informed on how the Mundy case is going, you'll ensure that I get paid?
As much as it is in my power to do so, yes.
And what if I mention this to Carlotta? Maybe she's got the money from other sources and doesn't need the family money.
A possibility. Very well. I'll offer to pay you irrespective of whether Carlotta pays you herself.
More money.
That seems a little unethical. I'd be betraying the trust of a client.
I'll pay you twice your usual fees.
Done.
Well, what do you know? Suddenly I've resolved all my ethical dilemmas.
Ethics are a salve for the poor, Luton.
I am the poor.
You sound as if you are proud of the fact.
The poor are often prouder than the rich.
So doing all this with no deposit and
They know
vague
that
promises of
they
payment. I mean, yeah.
are
Yeah. To be fair.
Why would anyone want to take their poverty away?
I didn't say the poor were smart. I said they were proud.
I think that sums it up quite nicely, actually, Donkey.
You said you have to stay in the conservatory. Why?
I'm not a well man, Mr. Luton. It is hard to say how long I have for this world, or indeed if the next world will take me.
What's so special about the conservatory?
Ankh-Morpork is too hot and humid for my taste.
So I stay in the conservatory.
I had the conservatory built especially.
Fair enough.
It's colder than the rest of the house. I keep it at the temperature I feel most comfortable with.
Why so cold?
You ask too many questions.
I'm an investigator. It's my job.
Well, be thankful that I find your impertinence charming, or else I might be forced to teach you a lesson.
In your condition?
You would be surprised at just what I can do in my condition, Mr. Luton.
Well, that's fairly intimidating, actually, and I'll just go along with whatever you say. It's fine. Wealth.
So the von Uberwalds are wealthy then?
Not compared to some, but we have more than enough to look after our own.
Is Carlotta one of your own?
No.
When she
maybe.
married into us, she became a part of us.
You sound like you don't approve.
My opinions of Carlotta are not the issue. Traditions and ties of blood are stronger than opinions.
But there is no tie of blood between you and Carlotta. She married into the clan.
Mr. Luton,
Why was that voice
ties of
different?
blood between all the von Uberwalds. In Uberwald, blood is very important.
Okay, well, we can ask. Oh,
So you're a count.
we can ask him about himself.
I am the Count, yes.
What's it like?
It's fine, although one does get the occasional burning desire to tear out the throat of people who ask too many questions.
We're doing it for exposure.
I
Whoop,
have to draw you a picture.
whoop. I've been a musician as well, Tim. I've been in tech support and I've been a musician. These are all... This is all actually quite triggering.
Tell me about Carlotta.
I find it impertinent that you should ask questions so boldly of me.
He doesn't like me.
You'll live.
It is
Getting late.
fortunate that I find your manner amusing.
I guess this must be my lucky day.
Very well. Carlotta
Okay.
became a member of the family by marrying my son, Ulrich,
Marries into it.
who
Yep,
is
you're quite
no
right. You were
longer
quite right.
with us.
I'm sorry.
Yes, he returned to Uberwald several years ago.
Oh. I'm sorry. I thought he was dead.
Oh, he is. And alas, Carlotta is now part of my family.
Okay, I
and
guess.
I have a duty to protect her.
Why do you dislike her so much?
It is not something you should trouble yourself with.
But I will trouble myself with it. I think you'll find. Inquisitive stranger.
Has there a dwarf around asking questions?
I'm sorry, but I don't get out of the conservatory much.
Is that going to be his no?
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
These days,
Okay.
the only people I know are those who come to the mansion.
He's got two
Do you
no's
know a
so far.
big, dumb troll who goes by the name of Malachite?
Malachite.
Ooh,
There's a name I
Ooh.
have not heard in many years.
we're on to something.
Yes, I know of him.
How?
As it happens, he broke into this mansion several years ago and stole several valuable heirlooms that were never recovered.
Do I get a note for that?
Incredibly, the City Watch was able to catch him before the Thieves Guild did. And
Don't remember.
he
Can you
was
combine clues?
imprisoned.
Rune, are you thinking of combining the two dwarf questions? Because I keep thinking that I should do that
I had
and
a
then
feeling
forgetting
the troll
to.
could still be useful to me. Maybe as a rockery one day.
Yeah, I can't do it here, but I might be able to
Do you know anyone
when I'm
named
outside
Thurma?
and I just look through the
These
notebook.
days, the only
Okay, yep, that's his no.
Do you know a woman named Ilsa or a man named Two Conkers?
Nope, that's his no. Right, mysterious murders. I have a feeling
Do you know anything
The
about
Count
the
might.
recent murders?
There are always murders in Uberwald. I don't see why these should be any different.
I was talking about the murders here in
Mm.
Morpork.
Mr. Luton, I couldn't be less interested in the petty crimes of this wretched city.
Okay, so he doesn't really care about those. Madame
Have you
Lodestone,
heard
maybe.
a singer named Madame Lodestone?
These days,
No, that's his no. Count von Uberwald, more contacts and suspects. That's all of that. Let's...
Carlotta sent me an invitation card.
my. What a fascinating thing to insert into an otherwise interesting conversation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to glare at you until you change the subject.
Okay, yep, fine.
Does this mean anything to you?
I'm sorry.
No, he doesn't get out of the conservatory much. Label.
Can you read this?
No, he can't read it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Count von Uberwald. Right, let's have a look. Oh, no. Oh, cool. R2 and L2 skip through the thingy.
I couldn't see any real evidence of a
Yes, you
connection
can.
to Mr. Al-Khali. The dwarf had tried to threaten me off the Mundy case. I knew right from the start that he knew more than he was telling me.
So I've got Inquisitive. Right, now I've got Alkali.
The first mate had said that a dwarf had been asking about Mundy before I had. That raised my suspicions that there was more going on than Carlotta was telling me.
Oh no, I need Alkali and then I press X.
Perhaps I should concentrate on finding out who the stranger was.
Okay, so if I pick up Inquisitive Stranger, can I...
I didn't know enough about the murders to start jumping.
I
to
like that.
conclusions.
You can cross-reference and combine the clues. Right, so if we pick up Therma...
Were Madame Lodestone and Thurma the same person? I needed to know.
Maybe not then. Oh, that's much quicker. Okay, so Malachite and Therma.
What was the connection between Malachite and Thurma?
Inquisitive Stranger and... Might be Two Conkers? No,
There was
he's
no
not.
connection to
Can you
Ilsa
do it with
or
inventory?
Conkers, as far as I could tell.
Right, I've got one. So if we... Yes.
That had nothing to do with the
Yes, you
Spanish
can,
parcel.
Sneaky.
The label had mentioned Pier 5.
Nice. Right. It is 10:34. We haven't had the smoothest of rides on this one. So huge thanks to people who stuck with it through the PS1 loading and having to do it all again. Although it did only take about 15 minutes to get through an hour and a half worth of full gameplay. So we crashed, but we made it back, we made it further, and we've got pretty far today. I've saved it. We're going to leave it there for tonight. Huge thanks to everybody who's been here, who's been chatting, who's been lurking, who's been following, who's been subbing. If you can hear this, thank you. Oh, Lava, huge thank you. We will be back with more Discworld on Sunday, again from 7:30 BST, so we try and stick with the same time. So we'll be doing Discworld Noir, we'll be carrying on from here. I'm not going to play it in between. And on Tuesday, we'll be playing a more contemporary game. I might do Elite Dangerous. Maybe. I'm not 100%. I don't know what it's going to be. If you have a look at Pixel Bandits on any of the other social media sites, I'll give a note of what we're playing on the night. So you can see if it might be something you're interested in. It will be more contemporary. It's usually sci-fi or strategy-ish, or a new-ish game that's come out. Last week we did Aliens Dark Descent. It was really nice. But yeah, if that's not your bag, I completely get it. If you're just here for the Pratchett, absolutely wonderful. But yeah, huge thanks for being here. Huge thanks for the follows. If you follow or sub, it will let you know when we go live again. And I always try and make it clear what we're playing in that notification as well, just because I know how annoying it is when you don't know if you want to get in there. Yeah, no, thank you. There's been so many follows today and subs and chatting and just lovely people that it is genuinely a little bit overwhelming, and I love you all. But huge thanks for being here, even if you've just lurked. If you're hearing this, thank you. I'm going to go and get off to bed and off to sleep now. But yeah, thank you for being here. We'll carry on with this next week. I might see you Tuesday, if you're around. And as we always say, whatever you do, bandits, do it slowly and enjoy it. Thanks so much for coming. I'll see you soon. Mwah.